On Wednesday night to the Warriors as they meet Golden State again tonight in the Frost. But this time, it's an Emirates Cup game, so it matters. Tip-off tonight is late, 8:30. It'll be televised on Amazon Prime. On Saturday, college football, be a busy day. Third-ranked Texas A&M takes on South Carolina in Kyle Field. Kickoff set for 11 a.m., a game you can catch live right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. UTSA is on the road to take on Charlotte with kickoff set for 11. 6th-ranked Texas Tech will welcome in UCF. And finally, 10th-ranked Texas will be in Athens to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! We made it! Yes! In the words of George Jones, it's finally Friday, baby. Finally Friday. Happy Friday. Yay, everybody. Yay, yay. Oh, what a time to be alive, guys. It's football season, although...
I like the New England Patriots denim uniform.
You like that? The nor'easter uniforms?
Never seen. Oh, that's nor'easter. It looks kind of like denim.
It did kind of look.
A washed denim look.
I just wanted them to lose.
Dressy cash for the ass whooping they offered the Jets last night.
Really wanted them to lose that game last night, but they didn't. Good for them. Good for the Jets. Or good for the Patriots, I mean.
And not that, well, we're going to talk about the game for sure. Today.
Oh, yeah. We got plenty to discuss. Plenty to discuss.
All this talk about young quarterback being the MVP. I think we need to discuss this.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people who say there's a real opportunity for him to be the MVP.
He's good. I'm not arguing. I kind of am.
We'll see. I think there's a debate to be had. What I believe, you know what?
Though.
Oh, he's very good, no doubt. And I mean, I could see an MVP coming. But we'll talk about that. And in fact, I've got a take on the MVP race that I want to see if you agree with or not.
I'm not sure
But yeah, we got plenty of football to discuss today. How was your day off?
Pretty low key, man. That's the thing about taking a weird day off. Just I'm doing it out of spite.
I'm taking these days towards me, you mean?
No, not you at all.
No.
It's more like because I chose I kind of made it worse because I chose a yawn day. I chose a day where you're getting ready for games. We've already talked about the games. It's a tough one for you. I know I did it. But I think it was better than Wednesday. But anyway, I do this every year because I don't take vacation days because our job is weird. We're done so early that most things we want to get done, I can get done.
Yeah, unless you're like leaving town, you don't really need to take vacation days.
I really don't. But
it's not like we're in here breaking rocks.
No,
either,
you're right. I feel guilty when I'm on vacation, but I feel guilty when I don't take them. So this is more like just out of a. It's not a middle finger to the man. I'm just taking what's mine, just out of, and I'm still going to leave weeks of vacation on the table. But when you do take a Thursday off, it's alone. So, I was just in my chones all day long watching a new, me and the dogs. I left the property once to go get propane so I could cook fajitas when I put on clothes. I didn't do anything. Just nothing.
That's the point.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But I could do nothing and come into work. So, by the time I started doing nothing, I would have been home to do nothing and done my job. So I did sleep in, so I got that.
And then it was just me and Vic here grinding.
And what it did allow me to do was, knowing I could sleep in, is I stayed and watched the end of that miserable foul fest that you were smart enough to abandon early the night before, which I'm sure you talked a lot about.
Oh, yes.
Rematch again tonight. So I did stay out a little bit later the night before, so I slept in.
Well, I want to get your takes on that, and I want to get your takes on how it carries over.
I watched it again. I wanted to see the TV perspective of what we thought we saw.
You are wearing what I consider to be your worst Aggie shirt. This is like the
I'm 2 for 2 or 3 for 3 on this one this year.
This is like if Jimmy Buffett was an Aggie fan.
It's very possible. Now, keeping in mind that the shirt I have on is coming up on 30 years old.
I know. I can tell.
So I can only wear it at random times. Then I got to kind of very carefully store it. It's going to go under plastic and go back into the closet.
Well, its starch line is still visible.
Well, no, it was ironed. It was.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
it will be. I can't wash it.
Oh.
I can't. I'm afraid it'll because there's. I've got a rip in the back of it.
Oh.
And I'm holding it together with a piece of tape.
Tape.
Well, there's no way to fix what's happened. It's just worn down. Keep in mind, again, I
staple
bought
came
this
off?
shirt back in 1991, 90.
Oh my God.
Yes. So this is a treasured heirloom that I only break out, but I knew this would be the last time I could wear it this year because it's going to be relatively warm today.
Yeah.
So
gotta frame
it'll go
it.
back into
You gotta
the.
frame it.
I'm going to put it back in the closet next to my wife's wedding dress and the kids' baptism stuff and my Aggie shirt and my Aggie Hawaiian shirt.
I can't imagine what your closet looks like. I mean,
Well, this goes into a special closet. This is seriously. This will go back in. This is truly a treasured heirloom.
I mean, it's a shirt with a hole in it.
I know.
Some people would say, my wife particularly would say,
Oh no,
that
my
goes in
wife's
the
not
trash.
Well, my wife's not happy. I still have it. It's not like she's proud that I put this thing on. Even when I first had it brand new, she didn't like it. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean anything to me. I can look ugly on my own, baby.
Okay.
So this is, again, I saw it, and I thought, this will probably be the last time I get to wear it. So I put it away. I'll wear it today and put it away. And next year, break it out yet again. And maybe, if sometime a national title should, in fact, occur, I might retire it with that. But until then,
Oh, my
this
God.
old
That shirt's going to
rag-
be dust.
this old rag going to hang on
Right,
like
just
last
gonna
year's.
fall apart.
This is going to look like 5 years ago Chona's Christmas gifts that we're still wearing. The underwear that's just
Wow.
gauze. This shirt's going to
Yeah.
be gauze. But at some point, you never know.
You never-
Hope remains strong.
You never know.
Impress-
What I would do is I say,
Impressive, man.
I've had this shirt for 30 years, and we haven't one bleep with it. I'm throwing it away.
No.
You
Because
know?
the last time I bought this, when I wore this the first time, we rolled into Austin and whooped some Longhorn ass. So this was
in 1991 or
yeah,
whatever.
seriously.
Well,
I mean,
but
so
you also
I have
got
the memories of that.
Are you sure that win wasn't vacated?
No, that one we didn't. No, we never had. We never lost a win. Now a couple of bulls lost their nuts, but we never lost a win.
Oh, good old Jackie Sherrill.
Oh,
He's
man.
all-
A couple of bulls had to lose a pair for a win. You know, you do what you got to do.
oh, man.
Convicted? Never convicted.
No, never.
Yeah, there we
Convicted? Never convicted.
Jackie Sherrill cheating is like Barry Bonds doing steroids.
Pretty much.
Like, it's everybody knows it, but the court of law never said it
It's
happened.
like, yeah, it's kind of like Bo and Luke Duke.
Yeah.
Catch me if you can.
Good
We're
luck.
doing good.
Good
Kind of.
luck.
It's like Robin Hood. We'll keep some for ourselves, but we're doing good.
That's funny. All right, big day today. The Spurs back in action tonight. You know what? I'm going to the Spurs game on Sunday. I found out, and you know me, it's usually.
What do you mean you found out?
Well, I'll tell you why. I found out. Normally, I don't give up my NFL Sundays for anything. All right, I'm a big.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I love NFL Sundays. I need it. I need it in my life. My son called me yesterday, and he was so excited. He won a pair of tickets through the electricians union to
Oh,
go
that's
to
cool.
the
All right.
to the Sunday game, and he's like,
Little
we're in
Benny
like-
from the union? Little
we're like-
kickback for the working Joe?
He's like section 108 or something like
Hey,
that. He's like, we're
sweet.
down low. He's like, great tickets, and like I can tell he's just excited to take his old man to a game. So I said when he called me, I was taking a nap, which already was like, okay, not a great time.
Why did he call you? When he could have just informed you when he arrived home. He was just that excited.
Yeah,
He had to tell
yeah.
you right then.
Yeah, and my wife even had told him, "Hey, your dad's asleep. Just talk to him when you get
No,
home."
wake his ass
No,
up.
woke
This
me
is
up.
big news, baby.
So I said, "Yeah, man, let me see what's going on. I'll see if I can swing it." And then he asked me last night. We went out and had dinner and played trivia. And I was like, I could just tell he was so excited. So I'm giving up at least part of an NFL Sunday.
What time?
It's 3
It's a 3
o'clock.
o'clock tip. Got an 8:30 tip tonight and a 3 o'clock tip. But the good news on Sunday, Cowboy fan, is no Cowboy game on Sunday. Makes it easier to
Yeah.
Yeah.
peel
Monday.
yourself away.
You
Yeah.
still can get Sunday night football.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
dude, I'm like, what I'm gonna miss is the Rams Seahawks game, which is I think one of the best games all season. So I don't know.
Why don't you tape it?
I can't watch.
Never that.
I can't watch
I'm not one of those people either.
recorded sporting events.
Yeah,
like,
once it happened, that's it. I missed it.
I mean, I'll
when
watch
the
it.
TiVo first came out, I could because there was no social media. You could actually hide from it. Now you can't hide from it.
No.
Well, I watch it like before there were online replays of games, that's how I would like watch games. You know what I mean? So like all the games that I couldn't watch live on TV because you only have so many TVs. How do you watch all these games? I would record them and I'd go through and
But that's if you don't care who you just wanted to see the game.
It
wasn't about win or loss.
No, it was more about. It was mostly for sports betting.
That's what I'm saying for research purposes. But for the days when you didn't really want to know, it was a game that mattered to you. Back up until 2008.
Oh yeah,
you could stay away from it. You could hide from it, and really
don't tell me the score. Don't tell me the score.
You could walk into a room and literally go, just keep it to yourself and get away with it and actually get someplace. But now with social media, there's no way you can't hide from it. It's
impossible now. So I'm just gonna take one for the team.
Yeah, you'll be fine, man. It's a good day,
and I am excited to go hang out with him. It'll be a good time. He's been working a lot lately, and apparently good seats. So
screw the little brother.
Well, that was the alternative. If I said no, I think he was going to take his little brother.
Screw the little brother.
And I
did you tell him that there's a 4-beer minimum? If you're taking him to the game, there's a 4-beer minimum.
No, I haven't told him that.
And you're driving, by the way.
I think what he's probably figured
you got good parking. Y'all are ballers.
Yeah, I think what he's probably figured is, if he takes me to the game, that means I'll buy all the food and drinks.
That's why you have to tell him ahead of time. If you take me, it's a 4-beer minimum.
Just forget your card.
No,
I'd be thirsty as hell.
Peter and Paul. No, he's gainfully employed now.
He is. You're right. But yeah, it'll be a good time. So we'll do that, and I'll get to see some Spurs. But we'll get to see more Spurs tonight. Rematch with the Warriors. We'll talk about that game. We'll talk about the game from last night. We'll talk about all the college football and the NFL games coming up this week. Big day here on the Huddle. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a stall at 281 southbound at Wurzbach. It's off to the shoulder. About a 17-minute ride, 1604 westbound from I-10 as you make your way on over to 281. On 281 southbound Bastion down to 35, about a 5-minute ride. On I-10 eastbound, Loop 410 to 1604, 5-6 minutes. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. That number 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed
with this rare hologram trading card. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. eBay had it. They even had
the perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
We have a you just lost a listener email.
Oh, no.
The comments are, what the F is your show? Your snickering minions and yourself are terrible at comedy. Whatever you people get paid to do this is too much.
You just lost a listener.
Sounds like the same PD we lost about 5 weeks ago.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
George gets justice. After an accident, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work, and the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you only pay if they win. Real help is within reach. Right now, call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to SASportsStar.com now and register to win. SASportsStar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Good morning, Victor Brown. So, How are you? How are you? How are your daddy? Nothing.
All right.
Why?
It's been such a good day.
13. You heard that I was dying.
That just hurts.
Sorry did I see her.
Vic, I'm going to ask you to take upon your producer skills and lower that when it starts getting just they're like right there, that line. You need to bring it way down.
I'm still alive.
There you go.
You need an acapella? Come on, baby. Oh, good morning, everybody. Morning Huddle 94.1. All right, so let me get your thoughts, since I had to give them out by myself yesterday on the Spurs game Wednesday night.
We got out NBA'd is what happened on Wednesday. The NBA unwritten rules were applied to a bunch of young dudes, and they had the game. They got out savvied, out NBA'd. I don't know how to put it. It was not a conspiracy, but when you have an old ref like what's his face, the guy the ref was the one that's in the fight with Chris Paul all the time. Scotty.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
So you had him, who is the savviest of all. He is the preeminent NBA ref, and you combine that with Draymond and Steph Curry.
Scott Foster.
Scott Foster. Yeah. So you combine those three, and I'm not saying Golden State did anything wrong, but what they did do was apply those unwritten NBA rules of we're the old dudes, we're allowed to push around, they're not allowed to touch us, and Draymond was allowed to just act the fool and take a game over by just being Draymond. And
by the way, Draymond statistically was terrible.
That had nothing to do with the output here. This was how he acted on the court, the fouls that he did pick up, the fouls that he tried to pick up and didn't get called for, the flops and all those things. He and just the brilliance of Steph Curry changed the game. But the reffing played such a monumental role in how that game just changed hands in the third quarter. And I felt it in the game. I didn't notice it as much until I saw a camera on it. Yeah. And it was not so much the fouls that were called, it was the many that weren't. It's one of those tough losses for a home team that when you look at the numbers, it explains nothing, because for the first time in NBA history, you have two dudes with a 20-point triple-double on the same team that loses. So that tells you that just by sheer force of a team doing that you win games, even if you go up against a dude that goes against 40. So there was this combination of brilliance from Steph Curry and just a lesson learned from a bunch of young kids, from a bunch of pros that know how to win NBA games. So mad at it, yes. Understand it. I also say yes, I understand it. But I expect an ass whooping tonight.
For the good guys?
Yeah, I think the Spurs are going to roll out. They're not going to get that. The Warriors did what I said they wanted to do. Just come in here and split. You're either going to get this one or get the other one, but realize what you're doing by halftime of the first game. And they realized, I think we got a shot. And that third quarter, things flipped.
Yeah.
Things turned on a dime, and they carried it through. So I expect some profit taken tonight from Golden State because they stole one not stole. I shouldn't say that. They savvied one on Wednesday.
And I mean, like after halftime, you and I were still there. We watched it collapse, but the final couple minutes of the first half, you could see it. I mean, because the first 20 minutes of that game was one-way traffic.
Yeah,
and sometimes this sounds cliche, and I guess it probably is. Championship teams, they know how to stay in games.
Yes, savvy dudes know how to win games.
It looked like a team who has a bunch of rings against a team that's got a bunch of kids.
And you could tell, hey, man, these guys are going to crack. And Draymond took it upon himself in the third quarter to go ahead and crack the bell. I'm going to flop, I'm going to hit, I'm going to make these guys either win this game or lose it. And our team, Wemby in particular, started cracking, started taking some strange threes, he got goaded into taking some shots that, quite frankly, he should not have taken. You combine that with De'Aaron Fox's strange absence in very important times. he wasn't out there. And, some of the things where maybe I'm letting some young kids learn, but there were some times I felt like we needed a point guard out there. And while Steph was having a good game, obviously, there was a little bit of a drift. So a combination of things we did, but more importantly, what Golden State did, because they just showed a team. This is how you win basketball games when you don't have it.
Yeah.
We have one guy that does, and the other four. Well, and Moses Moody, give him some credit. I think single-handedly kept them in the game in the first half.
In the first half, yeah.
So they had a fight to him, but when it came down to it, they had a superstar and savvy, and that was enough.
And they had, there was nobody else on the team who felt comfortable until Steph Curry after halftime even trying to go into the paint. Like how many either shot clock violations or near shot clock violations when you would see, like, they'd turn a corner and then they'd see Wemby and they'd turn around. And it was like it just constant. And finally Steph said, well, if nobody else is going to do it, I'm going to go in there with this dude.
You're going to have to.
And
it worked.
He attacked him. And, like, there were people who were saying, oh, he was flopping. He's getting friendly whistles.
He was.
But
But you have to be in there to do it. Yes.
He's earning contact.
Yes.
And I told you that night, I said, Spurs fans can't start complaining about getting superstar calls because you're about to start getting
right.
them.
And he got them. But at the same time, you let him. And you shouldn't have let this happen. You were a better team all in all. You had two dudes with a 20-point triple-double, and you lost.
Yeah.
How do you do that? I mean, you should fall ass backwards into a win. Those two dudes accounted for, think of the number of points that those two dudes, and you couldn't muster enough to beat an old team that just got their ass whipped the night before. So I have a feeling that the paint was peeled in the locker room. I know I would have. I mean, you just don't let that happen. You were better tonight. Certainly we witnessed brilliance, but you let him have it.
Yeah.
So it was one of those where I hope a valuable lesson was learned that sometimes just because you're making shots and feel good about yourself doesn't mean you're going to win the game.
Yeah.
And they felt good about themselves for the first half. Things were working pretty well offensively.
And also, this is going to happen, but the Warriors had 15 turnovers. Wemby and De'Aaron Fox had 14 turnovers.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And that's I think De'Aaron sitting out and the turnovers certainly didn't help. I think there was some rustiness, and
Sure.
He's playing a little bit faster than he needs to, I think sometimes. But man, it'll come. And again, even with that, the Spurs, as bad as they played, were still in a fighting position till about 6 minutes to go, and then you could kind of tell they got desperate.
Yep.
And it just got out of hand.
There were a couple moments where, I think it was like maybe the second basket they scored on the De'Aaron Fox did that kind of up and under.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just brilliant. There was a play where Wemby just snatched the ball out of Draymond's hand on what Draymond thought was going to be an easy rebound and then laid it back in on a play that looked dead for the Spurs.
It's like, it's not fair.
Yeah.
And it felt like it would go that way. But I think at that point, Draymond realized, I can't physical this, but I can mental this. And he did.
Yep. So good win for the Warriors. I'm with you. I think that I would expect the Spurs to bounce back tonight. And we didn't talk about it a lot, but the Warriors, like, publicly shaming themselves, like Draymond saying, we're not playing like champions. Like, we're not putting out championship effort. I think it lit a fire under everybody. And then you and I both noticed there was no Podziemski in the starting lineup and no Jonathan Kuminga in the starting lineup.
He hardly played at all.
I mean, he was a ghost. It was the fewest minutes he's played all year. So my thought was maybe if there's guys getting their effort questioned, I think Steve Kerr kind of knew who it was and said, okay.
And on the other, sometimes when you bench guys because of effort, and it might be just 2% here and there, you get 115 from the dudes that are still out there. Suddenly those guys say, all right, I appreciate what I know, so let's go do this. So I think it amplifies what you keep on the court, and he got that.
Well, because I can assure you, Will Richard is not a better player than Jonathan Kuminga or Brandon Podziemski, for that matter.
But to his credit, he hit a huge shot late in the game. And, he looked like a rookie a lot of the time. In fact, I didn't realize who he was till the second half. And I was like, hey, that's the Florida kid.
Yeah.
But that's
a
worthy effort from a good coach.
It was a statement thing. Like, they said, okay, well, we're going to put the guys out who are giving the most effort. And
old pros beat a young pro 9 times out of 10.
That's what it ended up being, man. All right. We got so much more to get into today. We're going to have Coach Shoddy early today.
Yeah.
He's going to join us at 7:30. Schedule's a little bit different since they've got the Monday night game, so tune in for Coach Shoddy at 7:30. Of course, we've got the Stat is Right a little bit later on. We got one more qualifier for the Stat is Right this week. I'll tell you this, Rob, we have, of our 4 answers, we have 3 of them.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That are consecutive.
Yeah, there's these guys have been doing the research.
Yeah, it's going to be a good
They've been doing their averages.
I feel bad for the guy in the middle because he's got to hit it on the head or he's hopeless.
That's kind of like The Price is Right, man. Sometimes when you go second, you're screwed, man.
Yeah. So what do you do here? Do you do $1 or do you do do you go on the high end?
I think
don't know.
I would, knowing this Cowboy defense,
Mm-hmm.
I would always err on the higher.
So
say it.
So if you thought the highest number given out was 129, you say 130.
That's what I would do. Just knowing what this defense has done for other tight ends and wide receivers throughout this NFL, they've been very helpful.
So we'll do that a little bit later on. I cannot wait to get into this NFL slate. Good week in the NFL coming up. We'll talk about that too. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a stall at 281 southbound at Wurzbach. It's off to the shoulder. About a 17-minute ride, 1604 westbound from I-10 as you make your way on over to 281. On 281 southbound Bastion down to 35, about a 5-minute ride. On I-10 eastbound, Loop 410 to 1604, 5-6 minutes. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. That number 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry, injury attorneys available 24/7.
Feel like hitting the jackpot? At Thomas J. Henry, we're giving away $5,000 in cash every week to 5 people from now till December. And then in December, we're giving 2 lucky winners $100,000 each. See rules and enter at thomasjhenrylaw.com. No purchase necessary.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today. today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BREAK25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BREAK25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BREAK25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a Football Friday playoff variety.
We'll be at Barris Stadium getting ready for Sotomayor against Brandeis, and we'll get you ready for the weekend. Aggies with the big game against South Carolina.
Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies, will join us at 3:30.
Spurs Warriors Cup game. We'll preview it with Devin Brown, the former Spur Now podcast.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
She's got Betty Davis eyes.
Yeah. Kim Carnes.
Oh, yes.
One hit. She's getting a little Momox money. She's going to have a little Christmas money thanks to this.
Yeah, especially Vic can't figure out how to keep the music out of the iTunes podcast.
No, I did.
Oh, okay, now you did.
What happened?
No, I've been doing it.
Vic.
I just left the status right in there. That was my fault.
Oh, so
that's why I got flagged.
We got flagged for making money with iTunes.
I was like,
Come
I thought
on down. Yeah.
I thought I took it out, and I'm going back to the session, and I found it.
That's
I'm like,
illegal.
Oh, yeah, that's a copyrighted deal.
The Come On Down's copyrighted?
Yeah.
Like, let's get ready to.
Yeah.
See, I noticed I didn't finish.
Good call. All right, friends. Morning Huddle 94.1. It is a Friday. Yay.
Yes.
Yep. And it's a football Friday, baby. Football Friday. We got one game tonight. We'll get into that. I guess we got a couple games tonight, actually. We got Clemson, Louisville, and then Minnesota, Oregon. Minnesota's, I think, one of the most overrated teams in the country, and they're going out west. They're probably in for an ass whooping. Louisville is on alert. This is you talk about a bad spot for a team, and Clemson sucks, but Clemson's desperate, and Louisville just had maybe like a season-ending loss. So we'll see how that game works out. But the only game last night, well, the only game of note was the Patriots-Jets. Jets hung around for a while and got overwhelmed. 27-14. The betting closed as New England a 13-point favorite. They won by 13. Jets had their chances, and they're the Jets. It's just one of those things.
But would you say that the team is getting better? I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm trying to find a way to justify what's going on there.
I think better is relative, and I've said this before. I mean, they've won 2 games. They had won 2 games in a row before this.
I'm saying Aaron Glenn is obviously very comfortable, or Justin Fields wouldn't still be playing quarterback. But to justify the comfort, do you think ownership, GM, however inept they may be, is looking at film and going, well, we're still losing, but we're losing better?
It's quarterback is so important that it's almost like in the NBA, if you're losing and you're like, well, we can make some changes or whatever, we can fix something. If you in the NFL, if you don't have a quarterback, you can't be good.
So if that is obviously understood by the brain trust with New York, right? Like, okay, we know you don't have a quarterback.
So let's be good. Let's show me what you can do given the givens.
So given that,
and let's see, and if it's
and give him a grade there.
Yeah. Because I think everybody in the building now understands Justin Fields is not a viable NFL quarterback.
So with that as the variable, looking at Aaron Glenn's team, knowing the quarterback is, they're playing with one arm behind their back, I think you can grade them as improving. I think, would you have ever thought, given the situation last night, that they would even have a lead over New England?
Well,
so, I mean, I didn't even know they had that.
As someone who bet American dollars on Jets plus 13.
So you're by your money agreeing that the Jets are, in fact, either by circumstance or just by general practice, they're improving.
No, this was much less about the Jets and more about, I think the Patriots are a little bit overvalued in the market right now. I think the Jets are horrific. And the Jets, think about it. Garrett Wilson's hurt. So he's on the IR now. You just traded Sauce Gardner. You just traded Quinn Williams. It's like a team that is.
I'm throwing all that in there. I'm including all that in there. And still, you did put money there.
Yeah. I mean, but again, because I think that the Patriots' love is a little bit overblown.
But still, I didn't see anything
out of the Jets that made me go, man, this team's really got hope.
You can't go that route. So what I'm trying to get to is, how is Aaron Glenn so comfortable in his situation that he'll continue to play Justin Fields? Because anybody, you never know. You might stumble on some kind of perfect story you might find a DeVito. You might find something for somebody to latch on to. But yet, Justin Fields, and I'm not even talking about whoever his backup is. I'm talking about somebody that's walking the street right now might give you a better opportunity.
Well, that's the problem. The other quarterback on the roster is Tyrod Taylor, which is a known commodity. And if you put Tyrod Taylor in, would you maybe win another game this year that you weren't supposed to win? I'd say probably.
So that tells me again.
But what's your goal now as the Jets? Is your goal to win football games? It's to get the best quarterback you can possibly get this offseason.
So knowing that, I think that Aaron Glenn has ingratiated himself, either by merit or just by circumstance, that he's fine. That this guy's not in any trouble.
Yeah.
That this job's good, and he's going to be able to draft his quarterback or at least play a role in what's coming and weather this storm for the next couple of years. And we're going to see if the Jets mirror Dable, mirror the Giants. You're just going to let this guy hang on for 3 years and finally realize what you probably should have figured out early on, that it's really not the answer, even though you got a modicum of success. We'll see if they do the same thing here. But at least I can feel comfortable knowing that he's comfortable, and so they're going to go get the guys he wants.
Yeah. I think when he survived the opening stretch of losing.
Yeah, because I couldn't see how they could justify putting that quarterback back out week after week after week. Now it's by design. We need a number 1 draft pick.
Yeah, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
They head to Baltimore next week, and it will probably be extremely humiliating.
Bloodletting. What's
going to happen to them? But that's just kind of the spot that they're in now. There's nothing to play for now.
On the other side, you just said New England's overvalued. I tend to kind of agree, just because I'm tired of hearing Drake May as the MVP.
Well,
he's really good. And that's either a signal to me that there is no MVP that has separated themselves, or we're just tired of the possible candidates. Because he is good. He is really good. But the fact, most years, do you think he would be considered in the MVP? Now, he'd be, hey, welcome to the party. You're the sixth possibility, but that's just kind of, de rigor for the young quarterback. But now to be the leader in the clubhouse?
Let's discuss this on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
You know what's funny is driving here this morning, JD turns on his Nerdball Google Talker map thing. I swear to God, it started talking in the Southern slang.
It did.
It really did. I caught it immediately. Now, if y'all are hungry, go up 2 more lights and take a left.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Do you know how much you're really paying for life insurance through work? I can almost guarantee you're overpaying for limited coverage. I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent for over 20 years. My clients are shocked to learn how expensive life insurance at work really is because of a rate that's driven up by unhealthy people. Why pay more when you don't have to? For over 35 years, SelectQuote has helped people save 50% or more by shopping highly rated insurance carriers. I found a 40-year-old man with high blood pressure, a $500,000 policy for only $18 a month. Don't procrastinate. Workplace open enrollment will be here soon. Let SelectQuote save you money and get you the coverage you need to protect your family.
For your free quote in just minutes, call 1-800-964-6464. 1-800-964-6464. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-964-6464. 1-800-964-6464. Details of example rate at SelectQuote.com.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppable beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
You better work.
You're the best divorce lawyers in town.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
I tell my clients every day,
marriage is just a trap.
let's light him on fire.
Showtime, ladies.
Starring Kim Kardashian, Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash-Betts, Tiana Taylor with Sarah Paulson and Glenn Close.
God, I love my job.
Hulu original series, All's Fair. Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. For bundle subscribers, terms apply.
Staples presents An Easy Holiday.
Running a small business during the holidays is hard.
No truer words were...
But this year, Staples helped me have an easy holiday.
Your script has a typo.
Nope, easy peasy. I just ordered online at Staples.com and picked up in store. And with UPS on site, shipping was easy too. Plus, huge savings on tech, custom cards, even my holiday sale signage.
Visit your local Staples store or Staples.com today for up to 45% off select laptops.
That was easy.
Ends 12/27.
The NBA is here, guys. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties, it's all back. And it's all back with Underdog, the best place to get in on the action. Make your picks now. It's so simple at Underdog. You pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on their stats. Points, rebounds, steals, plenty more. The thing to do so far, Victor Wembanyama, my goodness, been maybe the MVP so far this season. I've been going higher on points plus rebounds. It's been money in the bank, guys. You get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today. Use promo code ALAMO to score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO, A-L-A-M-O, Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. We're talking about the MVP of the National Football League, and at least at the website DraftKings, Drake May is your favorite as of now, plus 235. Here's why I don't think Drake May will win it.
I don't think he will either.
And I don't think he should, mind you. Usually there's some sort of a build-up to this, especially if there's like no clear-cut candidate. Usually they say, okay, well, who's built up to this?
Yeah, who earned it last year?
Kind of that, but or
that's NBA for sure.
Like there's a reason why right now Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen are both still in the top 5 of the odds. Neither one of them are having an MVP season.
And neither one of them is going to win it.
No. Now, unless they're, I mean, you never know.
Well, Kansas City could be 5-5 and still be,
They are.
Well, I mean, that's and still and still be in with Mahomes still being considered MVP caliber.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as they're 500 or better, he's still going to be there. Josh Allen doesn't get the benefit of the doubt, sadly.
Jonathan Taylor is also in the top 5.
Yeah, but that's a running back.
He's not going to win it. Running backs don't win this.
So I look at this not like there's a lack of viable or quality candidates, because I think there are a few. But I do think that this is kind of an indictment of, not an indictment, but it's kind of more reflective of the modern NFL, that if you don't have a great quarterback, you don't have much. And there's only a couple of great quarterbacks out there. And if you get into that club, suddenly you have to be an MVP candidate, because you have to have an MVP quarterback to be an NFL contender. So because New England found one that might get to join the club, suddenly he gets to be the MVP candidate. And he's good, but MVP? Seriously? Like, you're going to compare what he has done this far into this year with Josh Allen last year? You're going to say this is even on the same freaking page? It's not.
Well, here's where the NFL MVP often has a lot to do with narrative. And that sounds terrible.
No, it's
but
true.
It's just,
but
it is.
But I think and some of this is he does have a pretty good narrative. I mean, he's pulling New England up by the bootstraps. This team's been terrible for the last couple of years, and they got a quarterback, and we've seen the growth. And last year, everybody said, ding, 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 we got him, and he's continued to get better. So now we can pat ourselves on the back and say, look, we saw it last year. Well, yeah, he's improved like a good young quarterback should. And to be considered an MVP caliber at this point in your career, is not fair to him, and it's not really fair to the process of what an MVP is.
Well, I want to continue this discussion. I think there's more meat on this bone, but I think there's a clear guy who should be the favorite, and I think there's another guy who should be considered that no one's really talking about. We'll do that next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell.
The slow-roasted Cantina chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Have pain? Have chronic pain, low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications. We do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything, unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. $5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BREAK25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BREAK25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BREAK25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Every time I turn around, my friends at Pure Talk give me one more reason to feel good about switching. This month, for instance, they're supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat veterans struggling with PTSD. The result? They're saving lives on both ends of the leash. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. I like being in business with an American wireless company who shares my values. Yeah, I appreciate unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and I bet you will too. But I think you'll really appreciate doing business with a company who gives back to the men and women who volunteered to defend our country. Just dial pound 250, say micro. With Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team, you can switch in as little as 10 minutes. Again, dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and happy Friday. Looks like we've got a new trouble spot downtown. I-10 westbound at on-ramp from Colorado Street. We've got an accident. The on-ramp blocked. Now, we did pick up the road work on 35 southbound Judson on down to Randolph Boulevard, and downtown 35 upper level southbound between Alamo to Laredo Street. That is cleared. Still have road work set up 35 northbound, Waltham to 410. 2 right lanes are closed. And downtown 35 lower level northbound Flores to San Pedro, 2 right lanes closed with construction cones. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Spurs look to bounce back from their loss on Wednesday night to the Warriors as they meet Golden State again tonight in the Frost. But this time, it's an Emirates Cup game, so it matters. Tip-off tonight is late, 8:30. It'll be televised on Amazon Prime. On Saturday, college football will be a busy day. Third-ranked Texas A&M takes on South Carolina in Kyle Field. Kickoff set for 11 a.m., a game you can catch live right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. UTSA is on the road to take on Charlotte with kickoff set for 11. 6th-ranked Texas Tech will welcome in UCF. And finally, 10th-ranked Texas will be in Athens to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, 7:02 on the Morning Huddle. Good morning, everybody. Talking NFL MVP. We'll have our clock will be a little weird this hour because we're going to try and line it up where we've got as much time as possible with Coach Shoddy.
Because it's Thursday in his world? Yeah, Thursday in his world.
Yeah. It's just a day off. Day off. That's all it is. But we were discussing the MVP candidates, and Drake May is now your favorite to win the MVP. Just ahead of the guy that I think should be the MVP. If the season ended today, obviously there's still some time left. I think it's Matt Stafford.
It's Stafford. There's no question it's Stafford, both by performance and by the narrative of you earn it. And this guy's never gotten one.
Yeah.
So, the good news is, if he was to get it, which we do expect, it won't be a Lifetime Achievement Award. He's actually got the numbers to prove it, and he's got the team to prove it. And that's the thing with me and Drake May is your numbers are good, but your team is just barely good. And to me, the most valuable player, for the most part, has something to do with the quality of your team. Now, I don't think it has to be the best player on the best team. I'm not a proponent of that. But I do think that the quality of your team does matter. And I think that you combine the narrative of Stafford hasn't, and then the numbers that he's got now, despite the fact that he's got everything, he's got a lot of good stuff around him. I can't imagine a world where he doesn't win it this year.
Well, if numbers are what matters to you, then Matt Stafford is hands down the MVP. Like if it's passing yards, touchdowns, touchdown to interception, all that stuff, it's Matt Stafford. Now you might say, well, Drake May's thrown for more yards than Matt Stafford, and he has. Drake May has 2,836 passing yards now. Matt Stafford has 2,427. The difference is Drake May's played 2 more games than Matt Stafford. The Patriots have played 11 games. The Rams have played 9 as of today. Matt Stafford's already thrown for 25 touchdowns to 2 picks. Drake May, with 2 extra games, has thrown 20 touchdowns and 5 picks.
Very good. Very good year.
It is a hell of a year, but he's not better than Matt Stafford this year. And
well, why is he behind in the polls? Why do you think we have gotten here? He should be a prohibitive guy ahead. The team's winning. They've beaten all comers, and he's looked good doing it while they have been winning.
I think because it's easy to look at Matt Stafford and the team around him and go,
well, yeah, who wouldn't?
He's got these weapons, and Josh Allen, I think a big part of why Josh Allen won the MVP last year was you took a look around at the rest of his roster and said, this is him. Like, this is Josh's doing.
No, there's no doubt. No doubt.
Travion Henderson has been...
Over the last 3 weeks, he has turned into something that everybody expected to see. And you're right. And I do think that while it's going to help the team, it's going to be to the detriment of May's numbers because now they got a running back they can trust to hand the ball.
But otherwise, you could argue that the Patriots, there's not a lot there. There's
not
a lot.
I'm not mad at what's happening. But watching him, I go, you are a perfectly good quarterback on the way to becoming a very good quarterback that might become a great quarterback. You're the best in your class. I can tell you that. You're the best. There's nobody happier with who they've drafted over the last 3 years. So given where you are, I applaud you and Vrabel and all that, but are we seriously considering a second-year newcomer guy with a team that looks playoff worthy?
Yeah.
Not great. As MVP? I mean, just the fact that he's listed number 1 just tells me where we are with the league because Stafford should be a prohibitive favorite now.
Well, let me throw one more name out there at you. And this guy, the counting numbers aren't as impressive, but if I told you there was a guy
I know who you're going to throw out there.
Number 1 in the league in QBR, number 1 in the league out of all the quarterbacks, he has the highest PFF grade, so the highest graded, best QBR, and he's playing for a first-place team, and no one's even considering him as an MVP candidate. You know who it is?
I have a feeling you're talking Darnold, but
it's Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and
why is Sam Darnold lesser than Drake May?
Exactly. I don't find. I'm trying to find the narrative as to why Sam Darnold's in this conversation, and Sam Darnold's not, and certainly not Stafford. And again, we can't include Taylor because this isn't his award, but. How did we get here is my point. Why does Vegas believe this? Why is this a narrative when I look around the league and going, I know that Mahomes ain't what he was, and I know that Josh has particular idiom issues, but we're going so far down to Drake May that we're passing up some fairly obvious candidates that have kind of worked their way up over the last couple of years. And Darnold, yet again, here we sit. At some point we have to admit the fact that this dude is above average. Now, MVP? Maybe, because you're right. The team is really good, and I'm not sure they would be without him. I know that.
Oh, no.
But even he doesn't measure up to what Stafford's been doing. And if you had Mahomes putting these numbers out, if Allen had been throwing these numbers out, it would be a prohibitive go-ahead plus number. He's going to win the MVP.
The other thing about Drake May and what he's done, and listen, I'm not here to disparage.
I mean,
Drake May's
he's
been very
really,
good.
really good. It's unfortunate we have to have this conversation to denigrate what is really, really good.
But these are the defenses that Drake May has put up these numbers against. Raiders, which by the way was a loss, Dolphins, Steelers, Panthers, Bills, Saints, Titans, Browns, which is a very good defense, but it was the road Browns, which are about 10 points a game worse than the home Browns. Falcons, Bucks, Jets.
That helps, doesn't it?
I mean, with this schedule, and guess what's coming? Bengals, Giants, Bills again, Dolphins again, Jets again. Like
he's gonna have buttload of numbers.
The schedule has like he has played. Just going through the list of the worst defenses in the NFL: Dallas, Cincy, Raiders, Dolphins, Niners, Bears, Ravens, Bills, Saints, Titans, Giants, Commanders, Panthers. I think the Jets. No, the Steelers are the best defense he's played so far, and they're the 12th graded defense.
Yeah, and they're fair to Midland.
Yeah,
I think if you are, this kind of might define why we're here. If you are just a numbers guy, if you're just a numbers type, like what have you done on paper? What's all of those ratings numbers, your WAR, whatever those things are that you care about? Obviously, by what you're saying, May's numbers are going to be right there. So if you're just a black and white, these are the percentages, these are the numbers, that looks like May should be in there. And that maybe defines to me why Vegas is here now in the middle of the year. I do think that, eye test will come to play closer and closer to the end of the season. I just can't imagine if Darnold's team doesn't continue to go this way, that he doesn't become not the front runner, because I think at the end of the day, everybody's going to give it to Stafford. I think when you, maybe no matter what the numbers do, but when you go in to vote, you're going to vote your conscience. Everybody will vote. Well, I got to give it to Stafford.
This is the beauty of this, though, Rob. They play on Sunday, and they will play again this year. Yeah. They will have 2 head-to-head matchups.
And that, it shouldn't matter, but it has. Look at the Mahomes-Allen matchups over the last couple of years. So it shouldn't matter, but it does.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter to me if I were a voter and I saw these guys play head-to-head twice, and one guy went, especially if one guy goes 2-0.
Right.
That would matter to me.
But they're not playing each other. They're playing each other's defense. But the fact is, it does matter. When you see one team came out, he won.
Yeah. That would be impactful to me.
Even if Stafford wins, is there a way for him to be so good that he can get away from a Lifetime Achievement Award?
He has been that
really good, but we can't help.
He's thrown 25 touchdowns and 2 picks.
But again, here we sit, 25 touchdowns, 2 picks, and he's not even favored.
No.
So, what is he going to have to do for him to get the award and us to not say,
no, I think
he's like Glenn Close. Got real close a lot. Let's give her the award.
Well, here's what I know. The odds are close enough now. As of today, Drake May plus 235, Matt Stafford plus 250.
Oh, so, yeah.
If the Rams beat the Seahawks on Sunday, Matt Stafford will be the favorite on Monday.
And do you think if the Seahawks beat the Rams, that
Sam
Darnold has a prayer of being the same place?
Sam Darnold, who's 11-1 now, I guarantee you he will be like plus 800 something or better on Monday.
Now, I'm not a voter. I don't know if I think it would be a privilege to be there. I don't know if in the silence of the booth that I could, in good conscience, ever vote for Sam Darnold as the MVP. I don't know why. That's awful to say.
And this is where it goes back to what is the narrative? And the narrative on Sam Darnold, for the most part, has been written. And we people are so hesitant to change what they've said. Like, I worked with someone in Vegas who said, I would rather go pick up a random person at Sunset Park, which is a big park in Vegas. Right. He said, I would rather go pick up a random person at Sunset Park and start them at quarterback, like build my franchise around them, than Sam Darnold. Because I know for a fact Sam Darnold will never be good at football. And now we've come to this point where, nope, damn it, Sam Darnold's good at football.
Because when you say Sam Darnold, until proven otherwise, I still see him in a Jets helmet. That's the first picture in my mind. It's not the Viking comeback year. It's not the Seattle established I'm that good year. It is still Sam Big Head Darnold throwing an errant pass to the flat. And they're going, God, that's terrible. And we're talking about him as an MVP candidate.
I think we need to realize there's something to, if you play for the Jets, you suck.
There's proof. That's a proven commodity.
There's a lot of people who are leaving that place and having some success. Still got Carolina the same way. And unfortunately for Sam Darnold, he ended up in both of those places. Mm-hmm. Baker Mayfield, same thing. Cleveland can't win. Carolina can't win. Oh, well, he sucks. Well, he spent half a year with a guy who's got a brain in his head as a coordinator, and then now he's a legitimate NFL quarterback.
See, I think
Sam Darnold is it's the exact same path.
And I think he's aspiring to become that Baker Mayfield that I didn't think he was capable of being. And I was always a Mayfield believer. So for me, I was always, there he is, finally. That's what I expected. Yeah. Darnold, I was always a doubter, and I don't think he's ever going to be able to overcome that.
All right, I got to tell you guys about Blue Star Tequila. Blue Star Tequila won double gold at the New York Spirits competition. That is a hell of a feat, friends. Let me tell you, the Añejo won double gold. And then They went on to the best in class, which is basically where they say, okay, every añejo tequila in the room is in this competition, and then Blue Star Tequila won that too. And that includes beating out these $900,000 bottles. Very, very impressive, especially when you consider Blue Star Tequila was the least expensive bottle on the table. Guys, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they make such a good tequila at such a low price point, but they do. It is 100% additive free. There's nothing added, nothing taken away. Unfiltered, the good stuff here. Blanco, Reposado, Honey Reposado, and the Añejo, which is my favorite. Guys, you can try it today. It's at Specs, Costco, Alamo City Liquors, or Total Wine. I promise you, you will not regret it. Give it a try. That's Blue Star Tequila.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right. Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
If you've been injured in an accident, you know there's no shortage of attorneys who want your business. But when it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years. We've successfully represented thousands of injured Texans, earning over 12,000 five-star reviews on Google. So, who is the right attorney for you? Just look at the numbers. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
All right. I finally got the email that I'm no longer locked out of my work email.
Well, that's good.
Finally.
I know.
It's been, what, a month?
I'll see if during the break, I'll see if my work computer works now.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been having to take, I had to take a class, you guys had to take it too, I guess, about bullying.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking them all, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I can't do now.
Yeah. I've noticed, the biggest bully is Edwin. Edwin is a constant bully around here. And, Rob, I want you to know what Edwin did yesterday when you were gone. He came in here wearing a Longhorn pullover.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And he was he was waiting until you were gone to put it on.
He's worn it in my presence before.
Yeah, he was waiting.
And I forgive that.
Okay.
But where'd you go? Where'd you go to school, Edwin? I believe it was in Arlington.
Well, yeah, it's UT Arlington, though.
UT almost.
Yeah.
As it was known in my day.
It's part of the same organization.
Yeah, well, no. It's like, do you allow a UTSA type to just walk around with a Longhorn shirt on?
Sure.
I guess everybody's welcome on the boat.
What about a UT Corpus Christi, UT A&M Corpus Christi?
I don't think they consider themselves us, and we don't consider them.
I'll tell you what.
Us either.
I have a cousin who he was on academic probation, I think, at A&M.
Uh-huh.
And he went and finished his degree at A&M Corpus Christi.
My son started at Corpus Christi because he couldn't, do the program.
And he doesn't wear any A&M Corpus Christi shirts. He is in his heart and his mind.
Well,
he's an Aggie.
Well, a lot of the kids arrive at that school with the intent to go A&M, and I do know that a fair amount stay. But and I do think that happens in a lot of places. But I don't think they consider themselves A&M any more than A&M considers Corpus Christi them either. You know what I mean? And we're happy to have you in the orbit. You're part of the plan, but you ain't the plan. So.
You guys you're such education shamers.
No, not at all. I mean, they're outstanding in their own idiom. If you want to learn to swim, go to Corpus. I mean, you get to play in the waves and do all kinds of stuff.
That's why I'm so glad my college didn't have a football team, because I don't want to be involved in this this bullying.
You had a decent basketball program.
Yeah, but I don't want to. Listen, you never argue with someone about basketball weekend and week out.
You're doing that part of the world.
No, not really. No. Not really. No, like you get excited when your team makes the tournament when you're at that level.
True,
you know,
but
you don't expect to actually win.
Vanderbilt, they're having those conversations.
Yeah, like you guys are talking about like national title implications. I don't talk like that. I just sit back and let everybody argue. It's like, okay, if my team makes the tournament, if either one of the schools that I went to makes the basketball tournament, I get excited, and then they usually lose by 40 points, and I go, okay, well, that was fun.
Well, the fact of the matter is, it's just galling to Aggie fan because we don't have T-shirt fan.
I'm telling you do.
No, we don't. We don't have people just decide to be Aggie fan and buy a T-shirt at Walmart. They don't. And I don't blame them. I'm not. But I am jealous of the fact that you can have random fans.
I think there are a lot of there's more of them than you would know.
Well, they will if we keep winning.
You live in a part of the state where there's fewer of them.
Maybe that's the case.
I think east of here, there is a sentiment of people who grow up as Aggie fan just because they don't want to cheer for.
If they
don't want to cheer for that.
Let me tell you, if you grow up and you're a T-shirt Aggie fan, the best restaurant in your town is the Dairy Queen. You got one red light.
Yes.
You got to stop saying. If you fell into Aggie fandom, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Because your fine dining is the Applebee's that just opened up on the interstate.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who go to Blinn who, when they show up for winter break, they're wearing Aggie gear.
No, but there's the intent to go. I get that because you're trying to get in. But you don't grow up in the south side of San Antonio and say,
maybe not in San Antonio, but there, what?
Maybe the south side of Nacogdoches you do.
Where I grew up in Brazoria County, Texas. There are a lot more random Aggie fan than there are random Longhorn fan.
Fine dining, Dairy Queen, and Applebee's.
That's right.
So, no, I get it, I guess. But
we didn't have an Applebee's in Sweeney. Are you crazy?
That's fancy stuff.
That's fancy, boy. That's fancy. You got to go all the way to Lake Jackson or maybe even Pearland to get a Applebee's.
You got to go to town for that.
Go into the city.
But there's just not enough of them that show up. So whenever I guess because there are so few, I question motives when I see it.
Okay, but like you would never wear tech gear.
No, never.
Even though you matriculated there,
they accepted me with open arms where A&M wouldn't have. I couldn't have gotten.
Yeah.
So no,
So why did you?
It was such a brief shining moment in my life. It didn't have a lasting stick. I didn't bring anything home with me. No girlfriend. No parent. It was just there and back. It was a time in my life that didn't stick.
I would feel like, especially because you played collegiate athlete.
I sat. I practiced. It was one of those things. So no.
You played in games.
I did, but the thing about school, the A&M was it gets you off. There's something about it gets you away from the classrooms. It gets you away from the athletics. There's just something else there that once they get, for lack of a better term, once they get the hooks into you, there's no letting go. There's just so much to it.
Yeah.
That there's an indoctrination. There's a thing that once you're in it, you can't understand it until you're in it.
I've been around a lot of Aggie. It's too much for me.
You're right, and it's overwhelming, and it's a lot. But once you're in it, I can't imagine life without it.
I can't imagine being like a 17, 18-year-old kid showing up at that campus and going, yep, this is what I'm looking for.
It wasn't for me.
It
wasn't. When I was coming out, no, I didn't have any idea, but I kind of grew into it.
And I think, and that's why, I think there are some, if you can recruit really well at A&M, I'm impressed, and it's wild to me when they get these top 5 classes.
Well, this is a very separate atmosphere. I'm not talking about the athletic department. That's a whole other world.
No, I just mean in general, like, if you grow up in Texas, you have an idea of what Texas A&M is.
Very much so.
If you don't, you just think it's another college town, and like, okay, it's like most of us, if you're not involved in it, you probably don't know what the difference is between like what life would be like at Mississippi State versus Ole Miss. I can tell you it's night and day.
Yes,
it's night and day. But we don't live in Mississippi, so we don't really know that. So if you get a kid from Florida who's coming in to visit Texas A&M, I mean, I don't know what he's expecting, but I can't imagine walking on that campus and going, "Yep, this is exactly what I was looking for."
I don't know, man. Have you been on that campus? Have you been through the athletic department? I've never seen anything more shiny and chromy and money. I mean, it just drips
I don't
money.
necessarily mean that. I just mean like you see these people dressed up in costumes coming up and talking to you, and like,
yeah,
like it's like what? It's like you're going into some fantasy world.
But when you do get recruited by any school, you don't get the true picture of the school. You get a true picture of the athletic department and what they want you to see.
Yeah. You don't realize the Lollipop Guild's going to come out a little bit later,
and that's every school. That's like that at every school. I mean, you show up, the picture they paint is never the truest picture of the school. It's the best possible scenario for that school. But I think for the most part, when you go to a school like A&M or Happy Valley, Pennsylvania, you always expect less, and you're just shocked by what's there. When you land at that little airport and you kind of get picked up by the cab, or you landed in Houston, had to take a bus up there, and you think, where could I be going? Then you roll up on this emerald city out of nowhere, and I think there's this shock and awe that A&M feels like they have to introduce, because you are going to a little college station town outside of Houston. So if they can get you on campus, I feel like they can put their clamps on you, because you'll just be amazed. There's no way you can overestimate what they're going to do for you while you're there.
Britton says, did AJ give a Sweeney, home of the Bulldogs?
Yes, sir.
If you don't live around it, you can't find it. LOL. Yeah, and Sweeney, Texas, where I went to elementary school, by the way, it's well known that the best restaurant is not Dairy Queen, it's Dairy Mart.
Dairy Mart.
Dairy Mart, elite
What's
burgers.
the great football player out of Sweeney, Texas? Isn't there a legend that came out of Sweeney?
Oh, God. I have to. You're going to catch me lying. He played for the Chiefs for a long time. I can't think of the name offhand, but yeah. All right, we got to take a break so we can get to Shoddy on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1. You got to tell people about the dogs.
I'm ready to. I was Googling Sweeney, Texas. Wednesday coming up next week, I want you to come out and join AJ and I and the entire San Antonio Sports Star staff. We're going to be out at Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit all day long. It's our tailgate. We're kicking off the holiday season, getting you ready for what's coming. And what I mean by that is, you're heading out for the holidays. You're going to go someplace, go see the family over the river and through the woods. You know that kind of stuff. What are you doing with your dogs? Don't take them with you. Take them to a resort. Let them have their holiday while you have yours. And let me tell you, Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is, in fact, a resort. Once you see it, you'll believe it. Come out and see us on the 19th, and you'll get all the prizes and fun and food to go along with it. But you get a great tour of a great facility, thousands of square feet of indoor and outdoor play area. When it's hot, they got a water pad. When it's cold, they're playing inside. And you're looking for outstanding accommodations, wait till you see the kennels. The video is all there, the pads, everything that you want for your dog, they've got. That's Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Next Wednesday, November the 19th, come out and see us. Come hungry. Come with your babies. Let them see what they got in for them. We'll see you out there November the 19th. That's Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. I cannot wait to meet you.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you start to head out into your morning commute, we do have an accident downtown at I-10 westbound. That on-ramp from Colorado Street blocked due to that wreck. 35 northbound Walsham to 410. That road work is still set up. We've got 2 right lanes closed. Downtown 35 lower level northbound Flores to San Pedro, 2 right lanes closed. And on 35 upper level northbound from I-10 to McCullough, we've got 2 right lanes closed with construction cones. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
At Frost, we go above and beyond with our services, like getting to know our customers by name, offering 24/7 real human phone support, and always keeping a supply of treats for our 4-legged friends. You know, the little things. Like when a customer was out of town before a hurricane and their Frost banker drove all the way to Corpus Christi to tie their boat down. We couldn't make that up if we tried. Frost. Exactly what you unexpected.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyer4us.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11, the Aggies take on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Presented by Just Pots. Pre-game at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Still locked out of my work computer, and I tried to hit reset password, and it's like you have to have your system admin do that.
See, I thought I was going to have to define NSFW for you. I thought it was that kind of issue.
No,
don't open that at work, AJ.
And it's so crazy because they're like, do you have to have your Mac out? What? I'm like, yeah, I do.
That's because it has everything on it.
Yeah, it's so simple to use. And like people who don't use Apple products, like they don't understand the ease when it comes to like all your devices connecting and stuff. Right. And then I get on a PC and it's like, it's so difficult to do simple tasks. And
make it hard, man.
Oh my gosh. I just want to I want to smash that thing over this Texas Tech.
What do they say? Well, the thing about Apple is they tell you what's good for you. And
that's true.
And then
and it is.
Brands like Samsung and all the Android stuff give you everything, and you decide what's good for you.
Listen, I understand on a phone that might be true, but on a computer, like a laptop or a desktop computer, I think if someone spends 6 months learning how to use a Mac, they would never, ever, ever go back.
I don't know of anybody who freely does,
because of dealing with virus protection and stuff like that you have to deal with on a PC. It's crazy.
I've always had Apple products, but I've never had a Mac. For whatever work-centric reasons, I've always had to have
my MacBook lasted me 11 years
Well,
before
yeah,
it went out.
my wife, my kids, they're all Apple centric. But for work purposes, I've always been a Microsoft. It's been just all of that sort of equipment, whether it be sound editing and all that, which I know Apple's better for. But for whatever purposes, it's always been better for me to have this DOS or whatever the operating system I'm on.
Yeah.
The PC. So I don't know. I do know that when I left the iPhone for an Android product, that I felt overwhelmed. Like my God, I feel like I'm only using 5% of my phone.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate this work computer. I hate it. I hate it.
Well, you got here in a transitory situation because we've changed a bunch of stuff
and
over the last 6 months.
It makes me reset my password every few months, and then I'm never going to remember that. Like on my Apple, I can put my fingerprint on it, and it just knows it's me. Hello. This one, it's like, that was your last password. What's the new one? I don't know. I hate this stupid thing.
Well, it's always 1, 2, 3, 4 password, right?
That's what it should be.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 password.
I gotta go.
I wonder what Coach's password is.
I don't. Joining us now, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. Joining us now on the program is the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, well rested after a week off. Coach Brian Schottenheimer on the program. Good morning, Coach.
Hey, guys, how we doing? And I caught the last little bit of it, but, yeah, there's nothing more frustrating than passwords and password, directives where you have to change the passwords. I mean, I don't have that many cool numbers in my life, and I certainly don't have time to be memorizing all these things. So you are correct. My password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that's a good one to have. Man. But our stupid work won't let you do that as a password. It's like, oh, you can't use that.
You idiots.
You can't. Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, well, we're different here with the Cowboys. That works perfectly fine.
You got to keep it kissed. We got it, Coach.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple, boys. Coach, obviously, we'll get the bummer talk out of the way first because it was an unusual bye week for you guys with the passing of Marshawn Nealon. How did you guys balance trying to recharge your batteries a little bit with this tragedy happening that is certainly a drain on your batteries? How did you guys manage to find a balance between work and real life?
Yeah, well, I appreciate you asking, number one, and we certainly, we're not ready to get the tragic news of Marshawn passing, and it's been a process. It's been a kind of a one day at a time deal where you just try to sun's going to come up tomorrow. What's it look like? And, I've told the team through, all the people that we've talked to, we don't move on, but we do move forward. And so yesterday was a big step for us because, we were kind of back into, meetings and game planning and practicing. And, I just want to, shout out our players and, just their strength, their inner strength and their support for one another has been incredible. Practice yesterday I thought was very good. The energy was very good. And let's be honest, guys, the best way for us to honor Marshawn is the way we play on the field and win games. We're certainly going to do our part to take care of Catalina, his girlfriend, and Marshawn's family, and that's a big part of what our guys that matters to them, as it should. But the honoring of Marshawn will be with the way we play the game.
Coach, when you become a head coach and take over the mantle of this, in the handbook that you're never given, you're just kind of lore given and not what you've watched. This part of it is something absolutely unexpected, but something that every head coach has gone through. And I've seen it go two ways. This unification, this fellowship that you had can bring a team together and you can do things you didn't think possible. Or that pain, that void just kind of overwhelms a team. And there's really no way to get through it. And then you add in the bye week and then the inclusion of new players and new dudes that you kind of got to get back healthy and new guys that are learning the playbook. I'm just prefacing this knowing the kind of week that you've had. Now, as you get back to work, and I know everybody's kind of numb, how do you get new guys like your Big Quinn and guys that are getting healthy inculcated? And how do you know when they're ready to play?
Well, Well, number one, I want to speak really to both, Quinn and Logan. I mean, they have been incredible through this whole process. Just coming in and understanding what we were kind of going through and grieving, and they immediately were there to support, us and one another and our players. And the good news is this, obviously Quinnen's been around, Aaron Whitecott, our defensive line coach. So again, there's an easy way to translate a lot of that stuff. He's obviously an incredible player. We know that. And his football acumen and just his love for the game is very evident when you sit and talk to him for 90 seconds. You can feel it jumping out of him. And again, one of the things we loved about Logan Wilson was, his football IQ and ability to dissect things. And so the playbook will not be the problem at all. Those guys will definitely be ready to play. It's us finding, like you said, the best ways to plug those guys in, along with a number of guys we've got coming back that I'm sure we'll talk about. Demo coming back and getting Siobhan Revel going a little bit. We just started the practice window for Malik Hooker. That's exciting. And again, it's a good problem to have as a coaching staff of, okay, how do we want to piece these guys back together? But we'll be smart with these guys that haven't played football for a while, guys like Demo and Vaughn, and whether you want to call it a pitch count or a ramp up, type of deal. We'll be intelligent, but it's going to be hard to keep Demo and those guys off the field.
All right, now let's get into the football a little bit. We haven't talked to you since this game, but not a great game against Arizona. And obviously, anytime you lose the turnover battle 3-0, it's really hard to win a football game. Is that, if you had to say what's the biggest issue, was the turnovers? Was that it, or where do you look? Because it actually wasn't a horrific day for the defense, which has obviously been much maligned. But you guys just had a hard time holding on to that football.
Yeah, totally. Again, it's just, there's so many huge momentum swings, and I think what I'm really, in answering the question, I'm thinking about is, man, we kind of started the year, behind the 8 ball. We turned it over early, and we put ourselves, at one point we were in, I think, game 2 or 3, we were -5 in the giveaway takeaway battle, and then we battled back and we went 4 straight games. Think about this: 4 straight games where we, number one, didn't turn it over on offense. And then we took it over at least once on defense. And so we flipped that number, and we went from dead last in the NFL to, I think, top 10 or top, somewhere in that realm. And then, unfortunately, just against Arizona, our lack of ball security, lack of locking the ball up in traffic, things like that kind of took over, and we need to be better, because it is the largest determining factor of winning and losing in this league. Because of why? Well, momentum, short fields, and again, it can be very deflating. So we usually play well, execute well when we take care of the football, and it's the first thing that stands out when you talk our football mantra. It's win the turnover battle, and quite honestly, that's kind of where we find ourselves right now, and why that game kind of got away from us.
So looking at the Raiders, when you woke up and did your first scouting report, what's the first thing you looked at that you had to stop?
Well, I think, you see the first thing would be Max Crosby. I mean, the guy's an incredible player. I know he's a local player. He's an incredible talent. His motor is unmatched in the National Football League, in my opinion. He literally, we were talking about, well, yeah, when he comes out, maybe we can do this or maybe we can do that. And it's like, he doesn't come out. Okay, cool. That's very unusual, by the way. I mean, this guy's playtime is over like 92 or 93%. And he's just an elite player and very disruptive, both run and pass. So that's one. And then again, I do think on offense, they really want to run the football, and they want, they drafted Ashton Genty high for a reason. And we all know the talent of him. And the quarterback is a guy I'm very familiar with, Geno Smith. We were together in Seattle, one of my favorite people in the world, and truly one of the most pure passers. If you were just watching 10 elite or 10 NFL quarterbacks throw a football, guys, I'd be honest with you, I mean, Geno might throw the prettiest ball of anybody I've ever been around. It's just it's pure. It's incredible. And then, of course, the other thing would be Brock Bowers. I mean, this tight end, he has a chance to revolutionize the game at that position because of his athleticism, and he's a great route runner. He's got great hands, great body control. But man, when he has the ball in his hands, he runs like a runner. And so they definitely have some weapons that we need to be very aware of on both sides of the ball.
Well, the big problem for Geno this year is, as pure as it may be coming out of his hand, he throws it to the other team a lot, at least this season. Is that something you, like, just kind of going back to that last conversation, you guys, are your corners, your safeties going to be trying to take away the ball? Like, hey, man, go after this thing. Maybe take some chances that you wouldn't otherwise take, because it seems like the Raiders offensively, they haven't been a big play offense, so they haven't been like, putting up huge numbers. So maybe a team like that you can take more risks against trying to get those big plays on your side.
Yeah, for sure. And really, I think when you look at Geno's interceptions, I mean, again, a lot of it is based off of the pass rush and how you're able to affect him. And I think he's been sacked like 27 times. So let's hope that continues. Sorry, Geno. But I hope that continues, on Monday night. And that's a huge, huge part of it. But in terms of guys taking risks and things like that, I think it's again, they're going to play their technique. They're going to trust their keys. They're going to, trust what they see from splits and things like that. But I do believe that we're going to get some opportunities to get the ball in our hands, and we just have to capitalize on those and make the plays.
Let's talk about Kevontae Turpin's season so far. He's played such a huge role early on, and, for a variety of reasons, injuries is some of it, but has kind of decreased. Do you see, he certainly provides something to the offense. Do you come into weeks thinking, I got to get him more opportunities?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that jumps out at me is this. Number one, teams are punting away from him. That's not a dumb decision on their part, right? They don't want to try to punt the ball to him. That's become very, very clear. They'd rather pin him on the sidelines or even kick it out of bounds one. And I think we're still kind of getting a feel for, the way the kickoff rule is just even expanded, because I think, the biggest thing with Turp is he's a game changer in every phase. And
right.
I'm just waiting. I think it's going to happen soon. I really do. I think he's going to take one of these punts or one of these kicks, and he's going to do what he normally does and what we expect, which is the explosive or the big play touchdown and things like that. But there's definitely things that we can do from an offensive standpoint where we want to get him the ball out in space and things like that. But I do think that, in fairness to Turp, again, the injury did slow him down, and I think he's just getting back to where he's starting to feel really, really good.
Coach, you guys, after this extended break, now you get 3 games in 11 days, which is wild to me. But 3 games in 11 days, and all 3 of them are going to be kind of national spotlight games. Obviously, Monday night. And then Thanksgiving, that's sandwiched around the Eagles game, which is, it's not a standalone, but it's the 3:25 game, and every other game on the schedule is asked that week in that time slot. So most TVs are going to be on Eagles-Cowboys. So a lot of eyes on your team this week. If you had to say this is what Cowboys football is to the nation, what are you guys trying to put on film in these 11 days?
Yeah, I think we want to see a team that plays physical. Again, team that plays together, they run around. Again, when we play smart, we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. We're very difficult. So I would say basically our identity, man. I think, you want to see a team that plays smart. They don't beat themselves. They play physical by winning the line of scrimmage. And again, I always think our play style should jump out in terms of how hard we play, and then the love that we have for one another flying around on the field together.
Coach, in times of turmoil in any organization, we fall and we appear to mimic our leaders. And I can't tell you how impressive it's been to watch your team go through this. It's a testament to you as a coach and a leader to this football team. I know how difficult it's been.
Well, I appreciate that, and that really does mean the world to me. And again, I can't thank really the National Football League, the Cowboys community, the fans, people that have reached out. I mean, it's just it does uplift your spirit, and again, those words are very, very powerful for us. And again, like I said, we feel it. We're hurting. We haven't moved on, but we are moving forward. And yesterday was a great first step, and I expect the same thing from our guys today.
All right, Coach. Toughest question yet. Listen, man, I saw last week or 2 weeks ago, you guys, first drive of the game, you get down to the 4-yard line, 4th and goal. You don't trust your kicker, so you go for it on 4th down. And then, of course, at the end of the half, the kicker misses a field goal. Is there a kicker controversy in Dallas yet? I feel like, man, you're really not showing a lot of faith in this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, well, I didn't want to speak to it, but yesterday we did have Hunter Lepke doing some kicking, and Aubrey was holding. So that's one thing when you talk about the compete every day mantra. I told Brandon, I said, look, if you're not going to make every kick that we have, the ones we don't try, the ones that we do try from 85 yards, if you're not going to make those, then I'm going to give Hunter Lepke a chance. So that's something to maybe keep between ourselves so that Pete and the Raiders don't know what's coming, that Hunter Lepke is going to be our kicker on
Well, they're going to high five if they see you roll out Lepke to
kick. Well, he's left-footed. Hey, guys, don't tell anybody, but he's left-footed, so they're going to have to change their rush scheme because Hunter kicks it left-footed.
Oh, boy. Well, Coach, are you a gambling man? What are you going to be on the tables out there in Vegas this weekend?
Well, I appreciate you trying to trap me and get me fined, because it is illegal.
Not sports betting, obviously.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
maybe a little tropic bingo or something.
Yeah, maybe play bingo. That's allowed.
But again, when I do go to the casinos, which I enjoy in the off season, I like to play a little poker. I like to play a little blackjack, but I'm not a big spender, man. I like to play it for fun, and literally, my wife is literally the worst gambler I've ever been around. So usually, I'm watching her chips disappear, and I'm like, when she asks for more, I have to just shake her off sometimes and say, "No, you're done."
That's a good call. That's a good call. My wife does the thing where she loses, and then she takes some off my pile, and then loses those, and then it ain't fun.
It's the worst, right? And then I end up just having to order a bunch of shotties and have to have drinks because I'm literally like, at least I can get my drinks for free while I'm watching her lose, hundreds of dollars.
You got a restaurant that you like to hit while you're out there in Vegas?
Point toward.
Not really. Again, I've been to a number of them, but it's again, when I go out there, usually it's really, honestly, it's more of a family trip. We like to go out there and do shows and things like that. But I'm a good for a Vegas guy for I'm about a 48-hour Vegas guy, and then I gotta.
That's the right amount of time.
Yeah, he's aged appropriately.
That's the right amount of time. I'll tell you what. There's a show sounded awesome. I wouldn't recommend it though. Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah,
I went in there.
Enjoy that.
It sounded awesome at first, and then it was not what I thought it was going to be. So
the guys are in shape.
Well, somebody. Yeah. I mean, I might go there to scout.
You might find a tight end.
Players.
I might find a safety.
I might find a safety, a linebacker, a fullback. I mean, that's a great call. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have Will McClay go over there and do some personnel meetings.
And write it off.
I'll say this: there's a run stopper there. I saw a guy in a 3-point stance with both his hands on his hips. I don't know how this happened, but I saw that. Coach.
Oh man,
why were you in there?
I told you I wasn't in the wrong place.
I needed the laughter. I needed the laughter today, guys. I appreciate it. Seriously.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Coach, best of luck on Monday, and the world will be watching, so don't blow it. No pressure or anything. And we'll talk to you again next week.
Appreciate you guys.
There you go. That is
guys, thanks.
Head coach Brian Schottenheimer of the Dallas Cowboys. He and all our guests brought to you by Buyers Barricade Guest Line, and of course, he is brought to you today by AA Best Bail Bonds.
Bouncing back from this is truly going to be a season-defining thing.
Yeah.
This is something that everybody involved with this will never forget.
Yeah.
For whatever, both good or bad, however it is, you never forget this. And then you throw in the idea that the room that they lost, they added Quinnen. So you've got this ebb tide of emotions going through this. I expect them to come out and play a pretty functional football game. I think it'll be pretty tight.
I'll you know what? I mean, listen, if it wasn't the Raiders, I would be really worried about Dallas this week because there's no way you can go through this much tumult and come out of it normal. Obviously the player personnel changes that were made, bringing in 2 guys who are going to...
And health coming back. We got new guys. It's a bunch of new dudes showing up. So
normally I'd say, this is a great opportunity for him, but there's no way that this week off could have been normal.
And we didn't talk about it because the answer is obviously you always want to play home games. But if you ever needed to get on the road and get out of bed, this is the week. Get out of the environments because everything you see is going to remind you of the tragic thing that just happened. So best thing was to get on a plane and get out of town and go play a football game against a team that, quite frankly, is sinking fast.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of people thought that about the Arizona last week or 2 weeks ago, and it should have been a get-right game.
We came in right, and Arizona proved us different. So maybe that's enough to keep them active. I think the bright, sunny skies of the offense that we expected against Arizona stumbled a bit. I do think that 10 days of embarrassment, and we're going to change that no matter what happened with the tragedy-wise. And this kind of shook the snow globe. I do expect they're going to come out like a sick golfer, only focused on football, just trying to go numb to the external stuff. And normally that lends to action instead of reaction, and that's a good thing.
This has not been a very good road football team specifically. Blowout loss to the Bears early this season, loss to the Panthers. which is, I guess it's not humiliating in hindsight, but it's not a good loss. Their only win this season on the road was against the Jets, and that's not a real football team. So this is an opportunity. I don't know if the Raiders are either. So this should be a win for Dallas. And quite frankly, this is your last. Oh no, they got one more I was gonna say I thought this was their last divisional road game, but they've got Detroit, and then they've got the last 2 games of the season against Washington and the Giants. But you're running out of these road trips where you're not accustomed to be. Like I would think by now, Giants, Commanders trips, those are you know the deal.
What you're doing, yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the last ones where you're going to be outside your real comfort zone. So I don't know what to expect from Dallas. This is the most confusing bye week situation I could have imagined for anyone.
And then you schedule in how do you prepare for 3 games in 11 days?
Exactly.
So all of those kind of come into it.
And not only that, how do you treat Game 1 against the Raiders differently than games 2 and 3 against the Eagles and the Chiefs?
Well, that's such an important thing to talk about. Because the coach can't be honest about that. But the fact of the matter is, this week isn't that important.
Yeah. Although the Cowboys now may be in a position where every week's really important. All right, we'll discuss that some more. We got some football to talk. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. New at Lowe's, Pro Block Quick Dry Primer. Expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast, lock stains, and go on smooth for virtually flawless results. Available now in oil and water-based. Grab yours today at Lowe's.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game.
Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug!
Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down.
Hey!
Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share this season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
We have a you just lost a listener email. The comments are, what the F is your show? Your snickering minions and yourself are terrible at comedy. Whatever you people get paid to do this is too much.
You just lost a listener.
Sounds like the same PD we lost about 5 weeks ago.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, get ready to kick off the holidays tailgate style alongside your 4-legged MVP. Join us at Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit in Selma on Wednesday, November the 19th from 9 to 6 p.m. for the annual holiday kickoff tailgate. They'll have great food, local vendors, music, giveaways, and fun for the entire family, including the furry ones. It's your chance to celebrate the season with the best fans in Texas, pet lovers and sports lovers alike. It's all going down at Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit in Selma on Wednesday, November the 19th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. I think everyone knows that driving while using a cell phone, texting, posting videos is dangerous. Study after study shows that use of a cell phone like this is the same or worse than driving under the influence. Yet, many people insist on using their cell phones while driving. I've had many cases where my client was injured by one of these people because they chose to use their cell phone. Who are these people? You and I have both seen them, probably today. Men, women, old, young, minivan drivers, truck drivers, 18-wheeler drivers. I know this. The same person that chooses to use their cell phone while driving is the same person who will lie about it later just to avoid taking responsibility. If you choose to use a cell phone while driving and hurt someone, you'd better hope they don't call me. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, call me. Jason Thompson, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and happy Friday as you head into your commute. For the most part, most all our major freeway systems are filling in and slowing down. Now, we do have this stall at 410 westbound at Jackson-Keller that's now off to the shoulder, was blocking a lane at one point. 35 north on Walsen to 410, that's road work with 2 right lanes closed. And a little bit of a delay through downtown. 35 lower level northbound Flores to San Pedro. We've got some road work with 2 right lanes closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Spurs look to bounce back from their loss on Wednesday night to the Warriors as they meet Golden State again tonight in the Frost. But this time, it's an Emirates Cup game, so it matters. Tip-off tonight is late, 8:30. It'll be televised on Amazon Prime. On Saturday, college football, be a busy day. Third-ranked Texas A&M takes on South Carolina in Kyle Field. Kickoff set for 11 a.m., a game you can catch live right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. UTSA's on the road to take on Charlotte with kickoff set for 11. 6th-ranked Texas Tech will welcome in UCF. And finally, 10th-ranked Texas will be in Athens to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. 8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We've got the status right coming up a little bit later on today.
Win tickets to go see those Cowboys.
See the Cowboys and the Eagles. We're going to register one more person. This time it's going to be on the Brigade Bar. I did promise the people that yesterday. So if you are not listening on YouTube, you may want to pick that up today. Although, I don't, how many thumbs are we up to today? I did ask for a lot of thumbs, and I don't know, it doesn't look like a lot.
I didn't know that Max Crosby was from Colleyville.
Yeah.
How the hell did he end up at Eastern Michigan? That guy was a late bloomer.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's probably
local
the
kid.
best way to put it.
Really?
Yeah.
And looked him up.
Yeah.
Colleyville High School graduate.
So yeah, if you're if you are paying attention to the show today, there'll be some trivia that we'll give out, and that'll be how you get your chance to win tickets to that Eagles game. All right, let's take a look around the rest of the NFL this weekend and get a feel for the other teams playing. We get our last Euro game of the year. Commanders. No, it's in Spain.
That was Germany
Madrid.
last week.
Yes.
And we're in Madrid now?
Yes.
Of all the cities, I think I'd rather play in Madrid.
Seems like a good place to play.
Let's spend a day or two in Madrid.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I'd like to go to Germany. I've never been to Germany. I'd like to go there, so that'd probably be my first choice. But mostly for beer-related reasons.
Well, Spain, they have beer.
Yeah, they've got Cerveza.
But not made by monks.
Yeah. Dolphins Commanders is the matchup we give them.
Sorry, Spain.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think this game is, first of all, the Dolphins are favored by 2.5 points.
They probably should be.
Why?
Because of what they did last week.
Rob, that's why you're not good at gambling. You can't just say, well, they did this last week. It's got to be.
What I'm saying is,
I've seen a full season now. The Dolphins being garbage.
They're garbage. I've also seen enough of Marcus Mariota to know that the Commanders' offense is adequate at best. Now the key will be health if he's got his wide receivers there. But I do know that not just last week for Miami, that at the very least they can move the football. A-Chain's having a Pro Bowl year. They're able to run the football. Defense-wise, I think they could turn it up. I think this is a Bay of Pigs. This is two very bad football teams, and I just kind of like the Dolphins because at least they got a quarterback that knows what's going on. And Mariota to me is just a patch. That's just me.
The 3 losses for Mariota so far: Chiefs, Seahawks, Lions. Yeah. I'm going to forgive him.
No, I'm not. I also, this isn't his rookie year. I know who Marcus Mariota is.
I think the defense is a much bigger issue for Washington than Mariota because, quite frankly, Jaden Daniels wasn't playing very well either. Mariota might be. It's not a huge drop off.
But I'm giving him more credit for the way they played Buffalo than you are. I mean, that they played a good football game. That's how you play against a team with superior talent. Is do what you did. And I think that there's some life to that. Now, the winner doesn't make them good. Neither one of these teams worth a damn. But yeah. I do like Miami just for continuity's sake.
Yeah, I feel like these two teams are basically even. Like if you say, if they were playing in San Antonio this week, I would say, yeah, this is like they've got the same record. When I tier like my teams, like who I think this team's in this tier, the Dolphins and the Commanders are about the same to me.
Is McLaurin playing?
I don't think so.
Well, see, that really hurts.
Yeah. They do have some injuries for sure. I just can't bet the Dolphins as favorites. It sounds crazy.
I don't know. I don't blame you, but I don't think you're giving them enough credit for what they did last week. And I know it was a trap game, and it was one of those Buffalo things that on the road got stuff sandwiched in there, but it was a good football game. They played it. I mean, it's not easy to beat Buffalo.
It was a good win, but I mean, the Commanders have had they've had good wins this year too.
I guess so, yeah.
They remember they went into the Chargers and beat the hell out of them. Like everybody's going to have a good win, but I'm not gonna change my whole mindset of them because of that. Is all I'm saying. Texans are at the Titans. Gross. Total is 37.5. Davis Mills versus Cam Ward. We now know that C.J. Stroud is going to be out for another game.
Do you think he would have been playing if it was anybody other than the Titans?
I think if he could play this week, I think he'd play.
I'm a cynic. Yeah,
I'm sure they're in desperation mode.
But it is the Titans.
Yeah, the Texans still favored by 5.5 over the Titans in Tennessee. That is insane to me. Like the Texans laying 5.5 with Davis Mills at quarterback
on the road. They get 5.5.
Yeah, no thanks.
Well, on general principle, I'm going to have to.
I might be betting on the Titans, unfortunately. Although they may be unbettable, I don't know. The Carolina Panthers are in Atlanta taking on the Falcons.
I hate the Falcons. I hate them.
I do too.
I hate them.
And I'll tell you why I like the Panthers this week. Panthers are 3.5-point road dogs. The Falcons just played in Germany a week ago. They did not take their bye week. They're coming straight back and playing. That's crazy.
Sure, why not?
I don't get it.
Y'all are terrible.
I think the Panthers, quite frankly, are just as good, if not better.
Well, I think Atlanta needs to go Costanza on things and go, every decision we've made's been wrong. So our first inclination, let's just do the opposite.
It might be the move. Bears are at Minnesota. Minnesota, a 2.5-point favorite. I like the Vikings a lot this week.
The Bears are slowly but surely becoming a good football team.
They're not. I promise you they're not.
I'm telling you they are. And by next year, they're going to be a decent football team. I would be a little afraid of these Bears. Minnesota played a hell of a football game last week and lost, right?
Yep. These are the defenses that Caleb Williams has beat this year.
I know you're going to throw out all that stuff, but I know what I see, and they're not a good football
Is Minnesota
team,
a bad defense?
No. I'm not. But I'm just saying Minnesota did a lot last week and still got beat, which is concerning to me mentally.
The Bears should have lost to the New York Giants.
I know,
with a backup quarterback.
But they didn't. And I'm like, man, there's just something about this Bears team that I keep discounting, and they keep getting better.
Everybody keeps telling me, oh, Caleb Williams looks a lot better this year. You know what makes you look good? Cowboys defense, Raiders defense, Commanders defense, Saints defense, Bengals defense, Giants defense. Like the 8 worst defenses in the league. And everybody's like, Caleb Williams has figured it out.
Well, he has. He's winning games.
Minnesota ain't those bummy-ass defenses.
I just think that when you play a good football game and get beat like that, there's a hangover to that. There's obviously Minnesota's got more talent, should win this game. But I'm saying don't discount what the Bears are doing because they are getting better.
I will continue to discount it. I think they're frauds. Packers are at the Giants. Packers laying 7.5 on the road.
If they have any self-respect.
I don't understand. I don't think the Packers are that good.
I'm saying if they have any self-respect, they better put up 7.5 over them.
Like,
I mean, if they're not, then
I can't bet the Giants because I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's a Jameis Winston game. I don't know what. I mean, they could lose by 40. They could win by 30.
If the Packers don't win by 2 touchdowns, go look in the mirror, man. If you have any self-respect at all, after what happened to you last week, you better go win this football game.
Well, and the week before, the Packers have put up 20 points in the 2 games without Tucker Kraft against the Panthers and the Eagles, and that was at home. Now they got to hit the road. This offense without Tucker Kraft is broken.
That's shameful that one dude that we had never heard of till this year is the pivot point for this offense. It's an indictment of the quarterback, and you start to wonder, LaFleur, seriously, dude? I mean, this is what the turnout has been.
Bengals are at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a 5.5-point favorite. I think this is a good spot for Pittsburgh. I've been bullish on the Bengals with Joe Flacco, and they've covered some games for me. I don't think this is going on the road in weather. Chase Brown's banged up, so now it's just the Joe Flacco show. I want no part of that. And Pittsburgh is going to be able to run the ball on these guys all day, which means one team's going to be able to take the ball out of their ancient quarterback's hands, and the other team is going to have to be stuck. And I'm assuming there's going to be weather up there in Pittsburgh.
The worry
give me the team that can run
for
it.
Pittsburgh is Cincinnati has to justify or give Joe Burrow a reason to come back. They even ask him, if the team loses a couple, are you going to come back? And he says, well, we'll wait and see, which tells me, it's kind of a show me to Burrow. Like, this is a season lost. Why would I want to sacrifice my body for something that might not happen? So there might be a little bit added incentive. Like, if we can just squeeze a win out here, if we can just manage to get one, we might actually get our quarterback back.
Yeah. They opened his practice window, so it's a possibility. Chargers are at the Jags. Chargers laying 2.5 on the road. This is a trappy spot for the Chargers.
They better win this game.
I'm starting. I don't want to let myself do this because it's happened to me before. Every time you start to believe the Chargers might actually have turned a corner, it's like Charlie Brown kicking the football.
I'm telling you, they better win this game.
This feels like a spot where the football gets pulled away. A road game on the East Coast where they struggle. Remember, they lost to the Giants on the road earlier this year. They almost lost at Miami earlier this year. So a bad team on the road. That's nothing new to the Chargers.
Let me tell you, shame on you, Harbaugh, if you lose this game. You have to turn a corner at some point.
They also, their injury.
I don't care.
The fact that they've been winning, period, is impressive to me.
I don't care. But you've got more total sum team talent than Jacksonville, and I don't like their quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence is so bad.
I don't like the offense. You've got to win this football game. You just got to find a way, man. This is one of those do or die kind of Charger moments that typically they fail.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is pretty bad. The Chargers should win it. Who knows? Tampa's in Buffalo.
This is a good game.
2 6-3 teams. The Bills 4-1 at home. Bucks 4-1 on the road.
Good game.
Cold day. We're talking about high 30s up in Buffalo. I would assume the Bills have a refocused effort.
Better.
The problem is, I don't think there's gonna be many points scored in this game.
No, I don't think so either.
So the spread being 6.5. If I had to pick a side, I'd pick the Bucks plus 6.5. I think this could be like a game played in like the 30s. So because you can't really run on the Bucs historically, that's just the wrong way to beat them. And that's what the Bills' offense is right now, is trying to run the football. They've tried to, like, Joe Brady is so obsessed with establishing the run that I think they're going to continue to run, even though the Bucs running against the Bucs is a bad idea. The Bills' defense supposedly is going to be healthier, but the Bucs' offense is there's everybody's hurt.
Smoke and mirrors.
I don't know how they're doing anything with the guys they've got. So Dalton Kincaid's out for Buffalo. That ain't a good sign. I think the offenses on both these teams are just beat to hell. This feels like a grimy, ugly game. I think the Bills probably win a very close game here.
I do expect the Bills to win this for a couple of reasons, but it's going to be the kind of game that you're going to know exactly who you are, because it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tough blood and guts kind of football game. You're going to have to do things. You're going to have to get good at some things that you're not very good at. And that's Tampa's offense. They're going to have to find a way to get the ball downfield without their wide receivers. And as far as the running game, Buffalo's going to have to run the football. You're going to have to. And I think Cook's capable of it. But if Tampa stops the run and forces Josh to run around a little bit, it could get weird.
49ers are at the Cardinals. 49ers laying 2.5 on the road. I might be on the Cardinals this week.
I am on the Cardinals, man. At the very least, they're going to come out and hit you very hard. They played physical football, and that's enough sometimes.
This version of the 49ers defense, without Bosa, without Warner, this is, if not the worst defense in the league. They're right there with the Bengals and the Cowboys.
And we're going to have a quarterback controversy put to sleep this week.
Jacoby Brissett's been playing well.
And if they come out and roll against a bad defense, it might put this to sleep for the rest of the year.
Very well could. I think I like Arizona this week. Seahawks and Rams, 3:05 on Fox. What a game that's going to be.
I want Seattle to win just for turmoil's sake.
I mean, both these teams 7-2. Rams laying 3.5 at home, which feels like about the appropriate number to me. What a game this is, man. Like at 3.5, I probably lean to the Seahawks because I think this is probably a field goal game either way. Two really good offenses, two really good defenses. This is a heavyweight fight. The two best teams in the NFC for my money.
No question.
I'll say the Rams win by 3.
I think if the Rams win, it'll be a no question. This is the preeminent team in all the NFL. I think that we'll know the best team in football today or on Sunday afternoon.
If the Seahawks go into L.A. and win, and I know it's not a tough road environment.
It's a hell of a win if they do that. Then I think if Seattle does it, then we go back to that conversation of what is an MVP.
Yeah.
And if Donald can do this on the road, holy cow. Holy cow.
I agree. Chiefs at the Broncos. Chiefs laying 3.5. I bet that I told you last week I was betting it. We talked about it and I said, the Chiefs are 1-point favorites. That's insane. I bet as much as I could. It's now up to 3.5.
Yeah, what's Reed's record off a bye? It's ridiculous.
He doesn't lose.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
and
that's
the
enough.
Broncos are. I'm telling you, this Broncos team should be losing every week.
So
and they're
what
pulling
happens
things out of their ass
if they win?
If the Broncos win,
yeah.
I mean, it's a good win, certainly.
But that's it.
It depends on how they win.
do it.
Yeah, I mean,
but I didn't frame the question right. Well, if the Denver Broncos win the football game, will that be more of a reflection on how good Denver is, or a reflection on what Kansas City has become?
I mean, that if Kansas City loses, that would mean the Kansas City Chiefs are a 500 football team.
And they still have, kind of like Baltimore, you look at their schedule, it's still a doable deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world like a lot of teams at 500. But I don't know. Now, obviously, I'll have to see how it happens.
They've got Denver and the Chargers ahead of them.
Yeah.
And those, I mean, you know.
They could lose and survive. But I do think that it could be a reflection for the rest of the NFL. Like, well, you know what? Kansas City is no longer the bell cow, the system thing that we need to copy.
All I know is in the last 5 games, I've seen the Raiders, the Broncos beat the Raiders by 3, the Texans by 3, the Giants by 1, and the Jets by 2. This is like
they come from behind.
Yes,
to do most of
every
them.
game they're like down. This is a luck box team, man. And it's hard to beat the Chiefs. It is, even when they're not as good as you think they are. And the Chiefs are they're a cornered dog right now.
And healthier. You get that time off. It should go that way.
And then the Ravens at Cleveland. Ravens are 7.5-point road favorites. For two things. The total in this game is 38.5. I like under. I think I like the Browns catching more than a touchdown.
I don't know if I like them, but I'm certainly rooting for them.
The Browns defense at home is juggernaut level.
Yeah.
On the road, they're okay. At home, these are the amount of points they've given up at home this year. They gave up 17 to Cincinnati. They turned around, went on the road, gave up 41 to the Ravens. They gave up 10 to the Packers. Turned around, went on the road, gave up 34 to the Lions. 21 at home against the Vikings. Gave up 23 on the road to the Steelers.
Well, that's shameful. The other ones, they played some good offenses.
At home against the Dolphins. They allowed 6 points at home against the Dolphins. And then they've allowed 32 and 27 on the road against the Patriots and the Jets the last 2 weeks. I think the Browns' defense is good at home.
I'm rooting for chaos, man. So
I think they play them tough. I think the Ravens win, but I think it's a fight, man. So give me Cleveland to keep it close at least. And then Sunday Night Football, the Lions and the Eagles. The Lions are 2.5-point road dogs, so Eagles favored at home. The market is basically saying these two teams are almost exactly even.
And, as I sit today, I like the Lions.
I worry because, first of all, I don't like to bet on Jared Goff playing outside in weather, and it's going to be in the 40s. That's bad news for Jared Goff. But I was wanting to fade the Lions, and I saw last week when Dan Campbell started calling plays, something changed.
That helps.
It's making me scared to bet against them right now. So
there's the specter of A.J. Brown chirping. And it's not that they're not used to it, and I do think they're used to hearing him bitch. But I do think every time he has bitched, there's been a kind of a concerted effort to get him the ball.
Yeah.
And I do think that could be their undoing. We know you're going to try to get him the ball, so we're going to bait you into some stuff that might get you something that you don't expect. That's just me looking at what they could do to beat a better team, I think.
All right, let's talk some college hoop on the other side. Or college football on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Connecticut water softeners have been part of my life since, well, quite frankly, I can remember. They've been part of San Antonio for as long as I've been a home buyer. It was in the house I grew up in, and when I bought my first one, I got a Connecticut, and I've kept doing it ever since. I've used them on a well like I do now, and I used them on an aquifer, and I'll tell you what, the water that comes out of my faucet's spectacular. I guess, I never really think about it anymore because my water's perfect. If you have any cause to think about your water, if you've ever walked by your sink and saw a little bit of white powder, you might see a little powder on your dishes, or maybe you've noticed ever so slightly your whites turn slowly gray. If that's it, you're dealing with a water issue, you better call Connecticut today, and there's been no better time than right now. If you call 656-PURE, Connecticut will come out and prove to you what I'm saying. They're going to put a water treatment system in your home if you're already plumbed for it for 90 days so you can find out what I'm talking about. And then when you do decide to buy, they've got 0% financing with approved credit, great terms there, and a gift. A great gift that I had to pay for. It's called a reverse osmosis drinking station. They'll put it in on your kitchen sink. They've got the decor, the spout that'll match yours. It'll be pretty, and it's going to be effective. Let me tell you, you'll never have to buy another water bottle. I haven't, and you won't. So call them today at 656-PURE and go get the very best. That's a Connecticut. Need more details? ConnecticutSA.com. Go there. Thank me later. See you then.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15 p.m. After a bye week, the Cowboys are center stage on Monday Night Football for the second time this month. This time in Sin City, taking on the Las Vegas Raiders at Allegiant Stadium. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. people who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You know, I make decisions every day, but the easiest ones I've been making for the last several weeks are Dak Prescott. The more Dak is riding the wave, and I've been with him on Prize Picks, and being right can get you paid, especially when you're doing it on the weekly. Prize Picks has everything you need to have some fun on all your favorite games. If you like winning, you like to know what you're doing, Prize Picks is your answer, because you can do the research and you can go out and win, and it's so simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players, and you can get up to 2,000x on your money if you pick right. Now, they offer stacks is what I love, and you can pick the same player in up to 3 different venues and play them in the same lineup, and you can only find this at Prize Picks. That's why I go there every day. You want to know another reason? Alamo. Remember the code Alamo, and you get $50 in lineups if you play your first $5 lineup. That's Alamo. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
What does it mean to work with one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas? At Thomas J. Henry, it means we can put our team of experts to work for you. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. The name you know, the firm you trust.
Principal office, San Antonio.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle ultrafine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's big moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
No, it's not too soon to start holiday shopping. Ulta Beauty's early Black Friday event is happening now through November 22nd. Shop $10 beauty minis from brands like MAC and Too Faced. Take 30% off Lancome and Touchland fragrances and body mists. With new offers dropping every week, our associates can help you find the perfect gifts. Head into Ulta Beauty today to shop our early Black Friday event. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend party and party and party and party and fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Yes, sir! 8:28 on the huddle.
We are 12 hours away from Spurs tip. They're playing late tonight, 8:30. 8:30 tip.
8:30. That's too late for me.
That's a...
Is that Eastern time? Or
I
Central?
know. I was like, what? Where do they think we are? Anything for TV.
Yeah. I'll be in Houston tonight. Gonna make a roadie. Got to do a little work, a little side hustle action. I'll be
working a corner.
No,
corner set aside.
I'm actually doing the pay-per-view on a
doing some
MMA fight. Like I'll be doing the broadcast.
Calls?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm the play-by-play man.
Do you have a call? Do you have a let's?
No, I do it on the
tip.
tip. No, that's the ring announcer job.
You don't have your own like intro.
No,
you have to work on that. Do you have a fancy jacket?
No. This is one of those things where like it's a little more casual because
it's up. Casual is in the mind of the beholder. You need to come and show.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
You need to be the ringside dude. You need glitter.
Oh, Vic, don't you tell me about swag now that you got a little goatee on you. Vic shaved half his face, and he
looks like a looks like a cop.
He walked in and he was like, "Ooh, look at this!
Look at that!
No, look at what I got going."
No, Vic looks like the supervisor of a bunch of parole officers.
Yeah.
Me. Yep.
And you're tired of AJ's lone wolf attitude. Get in here, Hoffman.
I could see that.
Here's the cup.
Tired of your lone wolf attitude.
Why do you keep turning your body cam off, Hoffman? Oh, that's funny. All right, let's get into some college football. Not the sexiest card.
Oh man, yes there are.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean it's a
couple
top-heavy lineup. I mean
I agree
every
with that.
time slot has a great game. You don't have two, but we've got from 11 on. There are games that kind of matter, but all of them matter.
I would say there are 3 games that could be considered marquee games this week. I guess let's start with tonight. Clemson and Louisville.
It felt good at the beginning of the year.
Right. Boy, what a disaster it's been for Clemson. I wonder if Louisville losing last week to Cal, like you lose at home to Cal.
Disgrace, man.
Like what can your mindset even be at this point? I guess if you're looking for the bright side, there's still technically a chance for them to win the ACC, but that's a bad loss. And I could see this being a real letdown spot for Louisville. And remember, Clemson is now fighting to be bowl eligible.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but they're not good.
No, none of these.
Let's not kid ourselves. They're not a very good football team. But I think Louisville lost their soul last week.
I think so too. I talked about Miami and how why are we talking about them as a team that's got a chance to win the conference title? They're 15-1. I guess technically they have a chance. It's just very slim. They're the same odds as Louisville. I think I'd like to get a 3, but I have got to back Clemson. I've got no interest in being on Louisville. I can tell you that much for sure. I think Louisville is that their dreams have been crushed.
That was soul crushing. You lose to the Cal Bears at home.
Minnesota's at Oregon.
You said Minnesota's overrated. I kind of thought they sucked. I see no hope there, but I guess some people do.
They're winning games. I think when I say overrated, I mean I think like you, most people don't think of Minnesota as good, but Minnesota's 6-3.
Yeah,
and you would go, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were even that.
Well,
this is the kind of game that Lanning likes to embarrass you. When Oregon feels slighted, left behind, not considered. This is when Oregon hangs 50.
And I have seen what happens when this Minnesota team goes on the road. These are the results. Mind you, they're 6-3. They are 6-0 at home. These are their road results: 27-14 at Cal, 42-3 at Ohio State.
There you go.
41-3 at Iowa. Now they're going to Oregon. West Coast trip plus a team that wants to embarrass you. I think Oregon embarrasses.
I have the sense that they will.
They're 20.
I wonder if Fleck's ever going to get another job. Do you think that he's a candidate for anything bigger?
I don't think he wants to leave. I think he's just comfortable there because he could have by now.
Yeah, you'd have thought.
25.5-point favorites are the Ducks. Okay, I think Okay, let's go through some of these games on Saturday. First, Wisconsin's at Indiana. Indiana's a 28.5-point favorite. I think they can kind of name their number here.
Probably.
And I would think after last week, remember, Wisconsin got their first Big Ten win against Washington. They probably felt on top of the world. And Indiana got a scare. I feel like usually things are going to go the other way.
Now, the one thing I will say is I did see Penn State run the football.
Yeah.
A fair amount.
Yeah.
So if you're saying there's a chance, if I'm Luke Fickell, looking at is there a chance? Obviously, Wisconsin has a history running the football, so you figure, give it a chance and hold the ball as long as possible, meet them 10-0.
Yeah, maybe.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen. Notre Dame's at Pitt. Notre Dame laying 12.5. That's shocking to me.
Too much?
I think that's too much. First of all, but here's what worries me. Narduzzi, the Pitt coach, was talking about, this is a guy who normally, like, when it's a big game, he's up for it. Narduzzi is most known for losing games you're not supposed to lose, and really putting up a fight in these games that you wouldn't think he'd be in. But he had some weird comments that made some people bet money on Notre Dame this week.
Oh, I was going to say. I thought you were going to go the other way with this.
No.
Okay.
He was talking, like, he said all the right things at first, like, yeah, we want to give our best effort. We want to get out there, give everything we've got. Obviously, it's a big marquee game against Notre Dame, and they're like, well, how important is this game, like, in the grand scheme to your team when you've got Georgia Tech and Miami on deck? And he's like, well, at the end of the day, this isn't an ACC game, so we could lose this game by 100 points, and it doesn't really matter. And I heard that, and I went, oh no.
I kind of felt like they weren't going to lose by 100, but I do think Notre Dame's still trying to put some, lipstick on this season. They need to beat teams that they can beat handily.
But is Notre Dame capable of, remember, this is one of the better teams Notre Dame will have faced all year.
No.
And now we're asking them to go on the road and put up a big number against them?
Yes. Yes, I am.
The same team we saw lose at Miami? That's Notre Dame?
That was a long time ago, but you're right. But I just kind of felt like this is one of those games that Notre Dame traditionally does pretty well at, to kind of keep themselves in the conversation, and they kind of need to keep themselves in the conversation.
This is the last ranked opponent they have.
Yeah.
Pitt's ranked 22nd. Their last two games, Syracuse and Stanford, they're almost unlosable games for Notre Dame.
So I think he's got to treat it like we need to go hang half 100 and do what we can. I don't think they're capable of it.
I got a feeling everybody in the world who isn't a Notre Dame fan is cheering for Pitt this week.
As am I.
If you are a fan of an SEC team, if you are a fan of a Big Ten team, you should probably be a fan of Pittsburgh football this weekend. Michigan's at Northwestern. Michigan laying 10.5 on the road. South Florida laying 9.5 at Navy.
Oh, man.
Wheels are coming off for Navy, unfortunately. It was cute while it lasted. Wheels are coming off. Arizona's at Cincinnati. Cincinnati laying 6.5 at home. We'll talk. I want to save OU Alabama as one of the premium games. We'll save that for the next segment. Central Florida's at Texas Tech. Texas Tech laying 23.5. Just big number.
The good news for Tech, from here on out, all you got to do is win. You don't have to be fancy. Just win the Big 12. Just get there.
Why try to? And you've got a hurt quarterback.
Yeah. So I don't like that number.
I don't either. I kind of like Central Florida this weekend. Although if anything, I'd probably just play the under because I know the defense is going to hold Central Florida down. I just think Texas Tech's offense isn't going to do much. Miami minus 14.5 against North Carolina State.
I wouldn't want to be North Carolina State.
I wouldn't either. I think Miami, like the fact that Miami, somehow the committee told them they have a chance, even though I can't see a mathematic path for them. I guess you'll get a good effort from Miami. Georgia Tech's at Boston College. Georgia Tech, who actually does have a path to winning the ACC. They're 16.5-point favorites. I'll save Iowa, USC. Virginia's at Duke. Duke laying 5.5 at home. I don't know what to do
How
here.
How much money are you putting on Duke this week?
I don't know that I can.
Come on, man.
Duke's a disaster too. They're 4-1 in the ACC. Like, this is actually a high stakes ACC matchup somehow. These two phony ass teams. Disgusting. Tennessee's at New Mexico State, or Tennessee's hosting New Mexico State.
How many? 75 points?
Let me tell you what Tennessee's done the last time they've had these, in the last 2 years, what they have done in these bye games, like where they bring some crumb bum team in to play. So far this year, they put up 56 against UAB, and they put up 72 against East Tennessee.
There you go.
Last year, they put up 56 on UTEP, 69, nice, on Chattanooga, and 71 on Kent State.
Oh, you know what we're shooting for tomorrow.
And New Mexico State is
6-7. 6-7.
New Mexico State's a bottom 5 team in the country. They have not faced a Power 4 team this year. The Tennessee team total is 49.5. Easy money. Tennessee's putting up a 50-burger maybe by halftime on this team. They are going to humiliate.
And the thing is, they're expected to do that.
Yes, they are.
The fans are expecting them to hang a half 100 on
They
them.
are. Florida's at Ole Miss. Ole Miss laying 11.5. The question is, does Lane want to humiliate his future employer?
Yes.
You think so?
Oh, the more humiliating, the bigger the check.
Maybe that's what it is.
So.
Utah's at Baylor. Utah laying 9.5 on the road. Man, I like Utah, but Utah on the road, that's a big number. And a Baylor team that's fighting for bowl eligibility, they're pretty desperate. May look at Baylor there, particularly if it gets to 10.
There's something going on at Baylor, too. Their ADs took a leave of
Squirrely.
absence, stepping down from the college football playoff chairship. I don't know what's going on up there. I don't know if it'll affect the football team, but there's something happening in Waco.
UCLA's at Ohio State. Ohio State laying 31.5. UCLA on the road has been so bad. That is a big number, but I probably lean Ohio State there. And then TCU's at BYU. BYU, a 4.5-point favorite. I like TCU.
I do too, man. I have zero faith in that offense. They can't run, and they're supposed to be able to.
I mean, TCU's pissed me off all year. They've lost me some money, but I'll be backing them again here against BYU. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the big games in college football, including the Longhorn Georgia game and the Aggie game against South Carolina. We'll talk about those coming up next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful weather this weekend. Do you have a job on tap this week in a honeydew project, or maybe something you've been putting off on that property? Getting ready to go deer hunting, you need to clear some lines for some nice sight from your blind. Let me tell you, your first stop should not be your lease with a handheld chainsaw. Go get the equipment you need. Go get the tractor from Ewald Kubota. Right now, financing 0% for up to 84 months on beautiful Kubota tractors. And again, I will tell you, you walk into an Ewald Kubota, they will not refuse a reasonable offer. They know that the purchase is just the beginning of what they hope will be a long-term relationship. So time to get that tractor, or maybe now that the weather's good and settled in, it's time to get to work on that job site. You need to get the equipment out there on Monday. You better call Ewald Kubota today, and they'll be there Monday on time, on target. They'll make sure you have all the equipment you need, that it is up and running. They know time is money, and they'll take care of you. And if you make that call, they'll be out there to take care of you. Or maybe it's time to buy. Great financing available with all your tractors. Maybe it's time to start baling some hay and get all that equipment for next year. Hay balers are on special. They are doubling the warranty on your hay balers. What I'm saying is time to get over to Ewald Kubota from here to the coast, because from the Texas coast to the hill country, Ewald Kubota, of course, is your Ewald dealer.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, for the most part in good shape. Now, it looks like we're just now getting reports of an accident downtown. It's going to be on 35, upper level, northbound, just past San Pedro. Just occurred, so just a little bit of a delay from I-10. Still have that stall at 410 westbound Jackson Keller. It's off to the shoulder. Road work continues 35 northbound, Walsham up to Loop 410, and 35 lower level northbound Flotus to San Pedro downtown. 2 right lanes closed with construction cones. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
The NBA season's rollin', and DraftKings' newest game, Pick 6, is the easiest way to play for your shot at big wins. NBA stars are lighting it up. Now their numbers aren't just highlights, they're your shot to cash in. Here's how it works. Just pick more or less on 2 or more player stats. The better your picks, the bigger your payout. New DraftKings customers get $50 in Pick 6 credits with just a $5 entry on your first pick set. Don't just watch basketball. Pick, play, cash in. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code KTFM. That's code KTFM. Play just $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Make the call. Ride the upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus awarded as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 14 days. Ends December 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a Football Friday playoff variety.
We'll be at Ferris Stadium getting ready for Sotomayor against Brandeis, and we'll get you ready for the weekend. Aggies with the big game against South Carolina.
Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies, will join us at 3:30.
Spurs, Warriors, Cup game. We'll preview it with Devin Brown, the former Spur Now podcast.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right. Coming up in the next segment, I'm going to do the status right. So hope you've been listening. If you're on the Brigade Bar, be some trivia from earlier in the show. A little trivia. Getting into some of the big games this weekend, Texas and Georgia. Georgia.
Does Texas fan feel like this is huge?
They have to.
I mean, I know I didn't use the right word. I don't feel like this game doesn't feel as big as it should.
Because I think most people think Texas isn't as good
as
as
Is that what you think it
they
is?
should be.
Because this could be a game in January. This is a playoff game.
I do think Texas might be the only team in the country that can lose 3 games and still have any path to the playoff.
Maybe.
I think if they do lose a third game, it's over. But I've heard reasonable people tell me that it could pan out for them. I don't think the committee wants a three-loss team in the playoff. Quite frankly, I don't want a three-loss team in the playoff.
Well, why? Given that, I just feel like there should be the build-up for this game has been kind of nominal.
Here's why I think that is. I think most people realize Georgia's not as good as they've been.
Yes, they're beatable.
Georgia, despite the fact, they're 8-1, they're winning all their football games,
but they're beatable.
They're extremely beatable, and every one of them, it's like it takes a comeback. They're losing at halftime of every game. Like they start slow. We all saw them almost lose to Auburn. We all saw them almost lose to Tennessee. We all saw them almost lose to Florida. It's like eventually you think, okay, they're gonna step on it and they're gonna blow one. It could very well be this one.
This should be it, and I don't know why Texas fan doesn't smell blood in the water.
Because Texas fan is just now finally starting to feel comfortable coming out from behind the.
Let me tell you,
we don't suck.
You don't suck, and the things you do well are the things that Georgia doesn't do well. So you can stop the run. They have to run the football. If they can't run the football, Georgia's in a lot of trouble, and you can do that.
Yeah. And this, like I said, this defense is very gettable. This is the worst Georgia defense in probably 5 or 6 years.
I feel like the table's kind of set for a low key, and it'll be considered a huge upset, and maybe it is a huge upset, but a low key great football game where Texas could vault themselves and forget about what happens for the rest of the year. You in Georgia, you just got to make it close against A&M. I think you might be in. Then you can be a 9-3 team. I don't think losing to Georgia and beating A&M has the same effect as beating Georgia and then losing A&M. I think beating Georgia is the key. It
would be huge, but I think losing a third game that late in the season would be a death knell.
Well, you can't lose to A&M, but you can lose close. You can't. You can lose close to A&M. If you get run out of the gym on tomorrow, it's over. Even if you beat A&M.
Yeah.
If you get run out of the gym on Saturday. But if you beat them and look good doing it, I think the memory of that game will mean more than an in-state blood and guts rivalry where you throw out the records anyway.
Yeah.
So I do think a Georgia win helps you more now than if you lost and beat A&M next week.
I think I think Texas is going to end up going 1-1 in those two games. I don't know what way it's going to go, but
well, I don't know, man. You get your soul snatched.
Maybe.
It might very well do it. And all the haters for Arch will be screaming yet again. I just think the table is set for a nice win this weekend. I really do.
It's so hard to win in that building, but we did see Alabama do it once this year.
And I see a team. It would be easy to look at old film of Texas and go, we got these guys. Unless you really paid attention to what you've seen and when they're winning, what they're doing. I can see where a Kirby Smart team would go, yeah, that's Texas. We're better than them. Let's just do our gig. And I think you're going to need more than that to beat them.
South Carolina's at Texas A&M. A&M a 19.5-point favorite here, and I think probably rightfully so. There's not a letdown spot because you play Samford next week, but it also feels like you now know that your season is going to come down to one game at the end of the year.
Even that is a safety net. Yeah.
But it's certainly a big your game against Texas is now circled compared to South Carolina and Samford.
And that's the fear.
The goal is just win these football games and move on.
Let's go win.
I don't know that I'm looking to lay 20 points, although
an early kickoff, I don't know how much that helps. I would prefer to be playing a little bit later. I think that the early ones have gotten the Aggies at times, but South Carolina is reeling. As long as they don't give them any kind of hope, I think this could turn into a 24, 30-point win. But this is one of those, like we said about Tech, you have afforded the benefit of now all you got to do is just win. We know you're good.
Games.
We know you're good, and we know you're coming into a senior day and a daddy mama game where everybody gets to play. So let those guys get a good one in, get 3/4 of good football in, and get ready for Texas.
I was at USC. USC laying 7 points at home.
This is a very good football game.
It is a pretty good game. And now what I understand is, and this is a rare thing, but there's weather in this game, and it's in L.A.
Have you seen the rain that's about to fall over L.A. for the next couple of days? So
Yeah.
that benefits Iowa, man.
I think so, too. I like the under in this game. Total's 49.5.
But for one great pass from Oregon, the Fowler pass on that drive, Iowa comes in with a win, feeling really good about themselves.
But also, now you've got to travel the other way.
Yeah.
Just like they were in a good spot because Oregon had to come to them. Now Iowa's got to go to L.A.
And I don't think it snatched their soul like some losses do, because they played a hell of a football game at home and in some tough weather, and they gave one late. But I like what they do against the pass. Oregon will attest to it, and Lincoln's going to have to come up with something special.
And so far, this Iowa team has been very difficult to blow out. Their 3 losses: at Iowa State by 3, home to Indiana by 5, home to Oregon by 2. So now we're asking them to asking USC to beat them by a touchdown. I'm not sure. It's certainly in one of the more interesting games, intriguing games of the week.
What's the quarterback for USC's name?
Maava. He is the real deal. Yeah, I like him a lot. And Alabama hosting Oklahoma. Alabama a 5.5-point favorite. Oklahoma's been taking some money, and I think I know why.
Mateer? Running the ball?
They're a little healthier, and Alabama has shown a propensity to struggle against running quarterbacks. Most notably, the loss that they had when Tommy Castellanos ran all over them. Go back to Diego Pavia a year ago, running all over them. Even in the Missouri game, which they almost lost that game when Prabula was having some success running the football. I think now Mateer being a little bit healthier.
It's a threat. It's something. It's a puncher's chance.
And what I still believe 100% about Oklahoma, despite Oklahoma giving it up a little against Tennessee, this is a legitimate defense. And we saw Alabama struggle to score against an LSU team that is kind of like rolled over and died. So I think Oklahoma's got a good chance to keep this game close.
If OU can stop the run, keep them pressed and honest and having to throw all the time, they got a shot.
Thing that worries me, Oklahoma beat Alabama last year. Usually that revenge comes pretty quick. All right, talk some Spurs on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1's San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Head of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, you can keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today. That's careers.progressive.com.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Do you know how much you're really paying for life insurance through work? I can almost guarantee you're overpaying for limited coverage. I'm Joel Clark, a Select Quote agent for over 20 years. My clients are shocked to learn how expensive life insurance at work really is because of a rate that's driven up by unhealthy people. Why pay more when you don't have to? For over 35 years, Select Quote has helped people save 50% or more by shopping highly rated insurance carriers. I found a 40-year-old man with high blood pressure, a $500,000 policy for only $18 a month. Don't procrastinate. Workplace open enrollment will be here soon. Let SelectQuote save you money and get you the coverage you need to protect your family.
For your free quote in just minutes, call 1-800-964-6464. 1-800-964-6464. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-964-6464. 1-800-964-6464. Details of example rate at SelectQuote.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning as you head into your commute, for the most part in good shape. Now, it looks like we're just now getting reports of an accident downtown. It's going to be on 35, upper level, northbound, just past San Pedro. Just occurred, so just a little bit of a delay from I-10. Still have that stall at 410 westbound Jackson Keller. It's off to the shoulder. Road work continues 35 northbound, Walsham up to Loop 410, and 35 lower level northbound Flores to San Pedro downtown. 2 right lanes closed with construction cones. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Spurs look to bounce back from their loss on Wednesday night to the Warriors as they meet Golden State again tonight in the Frost. But this time, it's an Emirates Cup game, so it matters. Tip-off tonight is late, 8:30. It'll be televised on Amazon Prime. On Saturday, college football, be a busy day. Third-ranked Texas A&M takes on South Carolina in Kyle Field. Kickoff set for 11 a.m., a game you can catch live right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. UTSA is on the road to take on Charlotte with kickoff set for 11. 6th-ranked Texas Tech will welcome in UCF. And finally, 10th-ranked Texas will be in Athens to take on the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey now, 9:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Welcome in. If you're just joining us, welcome in, I suppose. If you're not just joining us, you got yourselves a chance to win something here.
Well, you're going to have to do some research.
That's right. Let's play The Stat is Right.
So are we appropriate for iTunes?
Oh, yeah, we're just not going to put this
Yeah,
I
music.
just want to make sure I was just before I said anything.
Yeah, it's not on the web.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't you worry.
So it's now time for the unlicensed version.
That's right.
Of The Stat is Right. We'd like to welcome aboard the outlaw, the unlicensed version of a game show host. His name is A.J. Barker.
Thank you, Robbie. Come on down. You can be the next contestant on The Stat is Right. And the game is simple, friends. We just, every week before a Cowboys home game, we give away tickets, and we want you to go. We want you to go this week. We want you to go to the Eagles-Cowboys game coming up next Sunday. And to do it, all you got to do is tell us how many receiving yards will Brock Bowers have on Monday night against the Dallas Cowboys. Raiders tight end Brock Bowers.
I asked Shotty, when you woke up last Tuesday morning, who was the first guy you wanted to stop? And I expected
Stop. Don't say it. Don't say it, because that's the question.
Oh, I was going to. I won't. I was expecting him to say one guy. He said another.
That's right. So here's the question for the Brigade Bar. Who was the first name that Shotty mentioned when Rob asked him if he should, who he was planning on trying to stop? Who's the game plan against for the Vegas Raiders? First person in the Brigade Bar to put that down, you will be able to call in and give Vic your answer on The Stat is Right. Simple as that, friends. I thought you were going to give away my question.
Well, I almost did. I didn't know that was the question.
But
I'm glad you thought of that, because I thought it was rather interesting.
I did too.
The answer we got, which was apropos, I think. I think he sees a weak link.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
Kevin says Alshon Jeffrey. No.
That's a name.
That's a name that I haven't thought of in a long time.
Alshon Jeffrey. Why are we thinking of Alshon Jeffrey?
I don't know. But there you go. Robert Dominguez is the first person to guess Max Crosby. Let's see. Robert, call in, and you'll have you'll talk to Vic, and he'll give you a chance to win those Cowboys tickets.
He of
Colleyville, Texas. Max
Didn't know that.
Crosby. I can't believe it. I mean, that guy's got Aggie written all over him.
I'll tell you what.
You couldn't get that guy to A&M?
We've tried. We've got a tight end from where's he from? Holland? Holland, the Netherlands.
Really?
Yes, I think we got a tight end from the Netherlands, and his mother's Serbian. Max Crosby's mother's of Serbian descent. So we recruit the international player.
Well, yeah, you should have gone after Max Crosby.
Nobody hit on him. How did he end up at Western Michigan or Eastern
Michigan?
Directional Michigan.
I don't know. Aggies need to take more neck tattoo guys. I think that's what it is. A little worried about neck tattoo guy.
Was he tatted in college?
He was tatted. I don't think it was quite that heavy.
I don't remember him never not being tatted.
Yeah, I don't remember him not being tatted either. All right, let's switch gears and talk some Spurs. Spurs trying to get it back tonight. And this is where it's kind of a cool thing that I don't always like these back-to-backs, but if you lose the first one, it's nice to be able to snatch one back.
A little come up and yeah.
And more often than not, I think when you've got teams that are both pretty good, I expect these to be a split. Like no matter who the two teams are. Like if you told me Milwaukee was going to play 2 games back-to-back at Cleveland, I would say I bet they split them. I think they do split them tonight. The Spurs have to make some adjustments, but that is where you worry a little bit. The Warriors certainly have the more experienced team,
as was evident.
And this, no offense to Mitch, but you're going against one of the best coaches in the NBA, one of the most proven coaches in the NBA.
Yeah, and it showed the other night.
So you're like sitting down with your red and black checkers, and this dude shows up with a chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine if Mitch is smart, he's having long conversations with Coach Pop over the last 48 hours, trying to figure out what can we do differently. What's the and I assume that's still a thing that he's allowed to do.
I guarantee you he is.
And I imagine he relies on that experience to say, here's how you play chess, son. Because it was so clear that about halfway through that game, the Warriors said, okay, this is the adjustment we're making.
Yeah, step aside, young fella. Let me show you how it's done.
And the Spurs weren't able to get back into the groove of things.
Yeah, it was tough.
I I do think as we see more and more Fox, we're going to see him get better and better.
But turnovers got to stop
for him and Wemby.
I mean,
it's just unacceptable.
And you get an excuse for Darren. It's been months. It's been a long time. He didn't play much last year, so I expect those to come. Wemby, to things that are to those that are entrusted, great things are expected.
Yeah.
You're the team guy now. You can't do what you want to do, and when you do get the opportunity to run fast and go down court with those fast break block shot running attempts that he gets 4 or 5 times a game, I will accept a turnover there because that's your freebie. Every block that you get to hold on to and keep in bounds, you can dribble up and try to score. I will allow you that. And if you turn it over once or twice doing that, that's a sin of commission. That's fine. I'll let that happen. It is those dumb passes when you're hesitant about whether you should shoot or not, and you decide not to and then pass a half second late. Can't do that. You got to be decisive. You got to make the decision and go do it. It's those dumb passes when you're just trying to showboat, when you're trying to be helpful, but really you're the dude that should be doing it. Those things have got to go away. And sometimes when things are going bad, when he's trying to fix things, his fix is to get other guys involved. And quite frankly, the fix is for you to get involved.
Yeah.
For you to go do it. There's no shame in averaging 35 a night.
I talked about this yesterday. The guy that I'd like to see a lot more out of in this game, and which probably means maybe adjusting your lineup a little bit, I'd like to see more Luke Cornett in this game.
I like the big lineup to close the Bulls game. It worked.
Especially against this smaller team. Because there was a play, Rob, where Wemby came up to the elbow and faked a jumper from the edge of the free throw line, like the corner of the free throw box, and the help had to go out on him. And it just left Cornett under the basket by himself. And it was like the easiest 2 points the Spurs scored all night.
I like that double big.
And I said, just run that over and over, because if they don't send help, Wemby just now you're counting on him to take, I guess that's technically a mid-range shot, but
I think we can accept that.
That's a very makeable shot for him, even with a smaller, especially with the size that Golden State puts out there, which is Draymond, especially with a smaller big in your face. I think that opens up a lot of opportunity, and Cornett should be able to feast against this team because because they don't have the real size. They have to double Wemby.
I'm glad you brought up the council of your elders, because one of the reasons the Spurs lost was they allowed Golden State to inflict their style of basketball on you at home, while you have 14.5 foot of big that you can play together. That they can't even come close to 12 feet of big. I mean, they don't. They just don't have that size. And you allowed Golden State to take you out of that and let Steph run wild and Draymond pull your bigs out. I think that we'll see a bigger lineup. I think we'll and dare them to run passes. And if they do, we'll react. But I think that's where a strength lies. I do think we're going to see a lot more of Kuminga. I don't know why we didn't see him. They didn't, quite frankly, need him. But I do think one of their adjustments, one of their flips for Golden State is we are going to get a little bit more big. We're going to let Kuminga do some things because I don't think Draymond's going to be allowed to do what and even though offensively he was not a threat and never will be against Wemby,
no.
But what he did allow, we did get the Draymond Green effect into the game where he was a threat to do something, and we had to pay way too much attention to him when they should have been focusing on the dude that's going to get 50 on you. So I think that Steph doing that again is slim to none just because he's old. And they got their split. But if I'm Pop, or if I'm Mitch, first and foremost, let's sacrifice some possessions. Let's slow down our possessions to save the turnovers. Maybe we don't need 120 possessions. Maybe we only need 110. We don't need to fast break everything, because this is one thing I do know. That we can defend that Golden State team, even with Steph shooting the way he did for 23 seconds. They have to work their ass off to get a bucket. We proved that the other night. They just happen to hit a lot of them. I don't think that's going to happen again.
Yeah, I think the other thing is, is Moses Moody going to be on fire again? Jimmy Butler, too. Jimmy Butler and Moses Moody combined to go 10 of 17 from 3 in that game.
In the first half, it was Moody.
In the second half, it was Butler. And quite frankly, outside of Steph, those two guys were the only offense. I guess Al Horford hit a couple shots, but for the most part, it was 3 guys doing all the damage for Golden State over the course of the night.
Yeah, they weren't going into the paint. Only paint plays you got from Golden State on offense was fast break layups.
That's it.
They weren't. If they dribbled through the paint a lot, but they didn't take a shot.
Yeah, that was it, man. So I guess you got some Steph Curry driving in and making sure he got to the free throw line.
That's what I'm saying. It was at a layup
contested. which you'll take that, man. You'll take contested if that's what he's going to do, if he's going to go in there with the trees. But that's how good Steph Curry is. And I think you and I both we kind of looked at each other and appreciated, like, God, this guy is so good.
He never stops moving. He's impossible to, no matter what, even if it's 24, 22 seconds, if you don't know where Steph is, you're going to give up 3 points. And he just never stops. And
in 34 minutes, and almost the exclusive ball handler for that team, 34 minutes, 1 turnover. I mean, it's incredible what he does. They got to find an answer for him. If Steph Curry puts up 46 on you again, it's going to be the same result.
What'd you think about their defense? I mean, I know they gave up 40 to 1 dude or 50 to 1, 47, whatever it was. But defensively, where would you grade them right now?
That's tough.
Because we talked about the 20 seconds of defense. I mean, they do have the makings of a very good defensive team.
They do.
More than they are now, for sure.
It's funny because I think in a way they're a little bit worse defensively than they were a year ago because what the addition of Fox and Harper when Harper's out there, he's a defensive dog. But more minutes for Fox, Steph, and Vassell. The guy who's been the odd man out, we talked about it, was Jeremy Sohan. And Jeremy Sohan not being on the floor hardly ever really at this. I mean, he is almost he's like their 10th guy, ninth guy.
Working back from injury, but I do think.
But I don't know where he fits.
Right, I do think the writing is kind of on the wall. They can't figure out how to get him in the game.
No, and it's tough. I think using him as the Barnes replacement when Barnes sits for a little while, maybe that's possible, but.
Only if he's defending the best guy on the court. I mean, that's the only reason I bring Sohan in as a defensive stopper because he's such a liability. And I do think that over the last couple of days as he's gone healthy, you can tell that Mitch is having issues. Where am I going to put him and how long do I play him to the detriment of our offense?
And that's the thing. You are having to sacrifice a little bit of offense to have him out there. But also I think now because you've got De'Aaron Fox, you've got enough guys who can give you some offense that maybe you could afford to have him out there a little bit more.
I don't want to see this written this quickly, but it does appear to be that way. As far as the turnovers go, I expect De'Aaron to improve, and I would like to think that Wemby, at the very least, is a little bit more discerning as far as his actions. Just be, whatever it is, just be decisive. Don't hesitate, and I think that's when he gets most of his turnovers, when he thinks he's doing the wrong thing at the right time or the right thing at the wrong time, and that's when he screws things up. And, we're going to just have to adjust, AJ. We're going to have to the early in the shot clock 3 that Wemby just has.
Gosh, you can't do it.
He can't do it, but then we praise him at the end of the 4th when he does. So I'm just going to have to learn to accept that, those shots that fall late, we're going to have to watch some just wait. They're turnovers, man. He doesn't get counted for a turnover, but when Wemby takes a 3 with 19 seconds on the clock, that might as well be a turnover.
And, Rob, he missed one by 8 feet the other night. I said, who shot that? I thought it couldn't have been him. It was so bad.
So that's tough for me, and I don't know. That is going to be the ongoing thing for Mitch to kind of weigh the value of the number of opportunities that you give Wemby to take them.
You said that he, early in the clock, it's a crime to do it early in the clock when you have a lead.
Yes.
When he was doing it at the end of the game, it was desperation time. They had to get back in it, and he got him back in it. When you're up 8 points, there's no reason why your 7'6" guy should be dribbling up the court and chucking a 3,
taking that 3
with 19 on the shot clock. It's senseless. It's insane. And you're right. It is a turnover.
It should be counted as a turnover. And some of me wants him to go pop and go sit down next to me, man. You can't do that.
But he won't do that.
No, you can't. And so some of it is incumbent upon guards, players on the court look at him and say, "What? You can't do that, man."
Although we saw Champagne do it, and immediately timeout, get off the floor.
What are you doing, brother? And some of that I do think needs to translate to Wemby, but we know those early attempts lead to the late ones going. So that's going to be the hardest thing for me to balance as we get on, is just the acceptance. About 3 times a game, Wemby's going to jack one up just to see if he's got a heat check on him. We're going to have to get used to it. He might hit one of the 3, but it's coming.
Yep. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I got it. You know what? Let's do this now. The Descendants and Frank Turner U.S. Tour 2026, live February 28th at the Aztec Theater. I got 2 tickets for caller number 3. How about that? 210-656-ESPN. All right, when we come back, I'm going to get the final guesses. Did we get the fifth guest today, Vic?
Yeah,
we do.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm going to we'll go over the final guesses for this week's Stat is Right, and we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Underdog. Every time I get the hiccups, I've got to do a read. That's my luck.
Stop doing shots.
I know. All right, Underdog Fantasy. And, guys, it's the weekend, which means the Underdog Fantasy is going to be blowing up, baby. This is the time to be on it. It's great when you're in the middle of the week and you're looking at a bad basketball game or whatever. I got to have a little action on it. That's fine. It's a smorgasbord this weekend is what we're talking about. We got NBA. We got college hoops. We got college football. We got NFL. We got hockey. We got the UFC. It's a smorgasbord, I'm telling you, and it's all right there on Underdog. You make picks, win money, and it's so easy. You pick who your favorite players are going to go higher and lower on their stats. You get them right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. How about that? I'm going to be on the UFC this weekend. This UFC card is maybe the best UFC card of the weekend. Bo Nickel, my favorite dude, my wrestler, he's going to be going this weekend. I'm going to be higher on his takedowns for sure. And tonight, even with the Spurs, I might go higher on Luke Cornett. Looked like maybe they were onto something there with Cornett. It's so simple. Download the app today. Use the promo code Alamo. You'll score $100 in bonus entries when you play just your first $5. Underdog. What are you waiting for? Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. A couple of accidents as you get into your midday commute. Downtown, 35, upper level northbound, just past Main. That wreck is causing a little bit of a delay from I-10. And then Highway 90 eastbound at 211. That wreck now off to the right shoulder. If you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll go and check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by IHOP. Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big filling sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP Value Menu. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
You know what's funny is driving here this morning, JD turns on his Nerdball Google Talker map thing. I swear to God, it started talking in the southern slang.
It did.
It really did. I caught it immediately. Now, if y'all are hungry, go up 2 more lights and take a left.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The PorkRinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagle. You know, summer is behind us, so now is the time to get your roof inspected and be ready for whatever winter has in store for us. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're a local, family-owned company. You know, the folks at Stevens Roofing deal with the same weather we do. Your roof protects your home. It protects your family. For comfort, confidence, and peace of mind, get your roof buttoned up for winter. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or go to stevensroofing.net.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Paid for by term provider. Premiums will vary. Plans depend on age, location, and other factors. Visit biglou.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1225. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1225 or biglou.com.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15 p.m. After a bye week, the Cowboys are center stage on Monday Night Football for the second time this month. This time in Sin City, taking on the Las Vegas Raiders at Allegiant Stadium. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Oh, yeah. Tell him, George. $100 smoking in my billfold. That's you, Rob.
In my billfold.
Yeah.
Billfold.
In my billfold.
Broke again. Finally Friday. Oh, yeah. For a wild weekend. Finally Friday. What a guy, this George Jones.
Stopped loving her today.
Let the good times roll.
He's the least likely party animal I've ever seen. It looks like he was going to sell you insurance, but this dude was a madman.
Yeah, he does.
He did.
Or he looks
These
like,
old school country dudes, man. They partied in a way that you couldn't,
he
couldn't get down
level
with.
stuff.
He looks like a manager at Sears.
He does. In his double knit leisure suit and his perfectly parted hair.
Montgomery
That dude
Ward.
put down 3 bottles of Jack a night.
Round glasses,
easily.
plastic frame glasses.
And then kick your ass.
And lives in a trailer.
And makes sweet love to your mama.
Weehaw! All right, Vic. It is finally Friday. Everybody be careful out there on them streets this weekend. A lot of bad stuff happens to people on the weekend.
Yeah, that's why I
a
stay
lot of
home.
good stuff, too.
That's
lots of good
why
stuff,
I stay
too.
Home. Yeah, good
But-
stuff.
and sometimes the good stuff and the bad stuff are the same thing.
Why,
It's just a matter of how much
that's why
you partake
keep
in.
225-2121 written on your hand.
That's a good idea.
AA Best Bail Bonds, just in case.
But the problem is you think you wrote it on your hand and you call them and you start flirt talking. Hey, is this
Wait a
the...
minute. This is what?
Is this Lisa?
Vic's like, hey, are you the big fat girl from that broke? Are you the girl that broke the jukebox when you leaned on it? You're the bail bond guy.
Were you the last one there?
Okay.
Glad it's you.
I'm glad it's you.
Can you get me out?
Yeah, can you get me out of this place? I want to come over to your house.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not a torta.
I want to go to your house.
You're just
honey.
a dude with a bail bond.
All right, you'll work in this instance, I suppose. All right, Vic, let's unveil.
All right, let's
it's
see.
the
What do we got
moment
here?
of truth for
All
this
right.
weekend's Stat is Right. Oh, I guess Monday night Stat is Right. What are our guesses for the Stat is Right?
All right, let's see here. Let me go here. It's opening up. Buffering. Okay, we have Monday's guess was 83 yards.
83 yards.
Tuesday was 84 yards.
Tuesday's screwed.
Yeah, Wednesday's guess was 112 yards. Yesterday's guess was 85 yards. So we have an 83, 84, 85.
Oh, my gosh.
And
84. That sucks.
Yeah,
84, you're screwed.
And today's guess was 60.
Ooh, went low.
Oh,
went low.
Okay. All right. Well, I think the two outliers obviously have a better chance.
Yeah, a little bit, of course, but
I tend to believe on the high end, but
that would be my guess. I would go with, I think whoever came in at 112 would be the odds-on favorite, at least in my book, because you can be over and still win.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm I think I'd probably go like 101, 102.
Yeah, I think 112 is high, but I think 84 is a little low, or 85 is a little low.
But you never know.
Because he's averaging, what, 90?
Yeah, about that.
When he plays. I mean, he had a bad week last week.
That's right. All right, let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports. The ex-Prince, Prince Andrew.
Not Andy, he's just Andrew. He's Andy now.
Yeah, the ex-Prince.
Andy round the way.
Andy Griffin.
Yeah. There are several new recently released emails between Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and the Duke, which appears to be Prince Andrew, in which the Duke pleads with Epstein and Maxwell to publicly say he knew nothing of the forthcoming allegations. I am not involved, and I knew and know nothing about any of these allegations. I don't know anything about this. You must say so, please. This has nothing to do with me. I can't take any more of this.
Yep, Andy.
Yeah, Andy.
Zip it up and go live on the palace grounds.
Now, he didn't send this from his royal email address, which probably was good.
Right.
Little smarter than the guy from yesterday.
Castle.com. What is it?
What was his email address? Do we know?
No, it doesn't say, but he was going by this pseudonym, the
Not
Duke.
like Mandingo at 69.
Yeah.
Or whatever it might be.
At thepalace.com or whatever they have.
Like, dude, is this the prince's email?
Please make sure that every statement or legal letter states clearly that I am not involved and that I knew and know nothing of these allegations.
The British have a long history of sexual dalliances bringing down governments. This is not the first time. They're more equipped to handle this than we are.
Yeah.
They're quick to do it, too.
They were like, yeah, we've been here before. Let's have your titles and go live on that farm. Go away.
In the emails, Epstein also appeared to undercut Prince Andrew's efforts to distance himself from the accuser, Virginia Joffrey, or Goffrey. How do you say her name? The gal who stood up and said something, by raising doubts about whether a photo of them was authentic. Andrew said, I don't remember meeting her at all. I don't remember that photograph ever being taken. You can't prove whether or not that photograph is faked or not.
No, yes, you can.
It's
all a hoax.
You kind of
all a hoax. Yeah.
You kind of can.
Trying to figure out what part of this is a hoax.
And Epstein in an email said, yes, she was on my plane, and yes, she had her picture taken with Andrew, as many of my employees have. The girl who accused Prince Andrew can easily be proven to be a liar. I think Buckingham Palace would love it, Epstein wrote. You should task someone to investigate the girl that has caused the Queen's son all this aggravation. I promise you she's a fraud. You and I will be able to go to Ascot for the rest of our lives.
Jeez.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
What a mess, man.
Yeah.
Between that and trying to define what's the difference between pedophilia and barely legal.
No, that's Megyn Kelly. Yeah. But hey, man, the rich and famous, they always find a way, don't they?
It'll be a fun week, and nothing to see here. Carry on.
Nothing here, friends.
All I hope.
Just everybody going to jail. It's fine.
Speaking of poor behavior with juveniles. A New Orleans City police officer arrested for indecent behavior with a juvenile. A New Orleans City Park police officer has been arrested by the AG, Louisiana Bureau of Investigation, on charges of indecent behavior with a juvenile. Clarence Lee Evans, who's 45, was arrested on 2 felony counts of indecent behavior with juveniles and 1 felony count of contributing to the delinquency of juveniles. An investigation determined that he traveled to St. Landry Parish on 2 occasions to meet with a juvenile female he had contacted through an online social media application called
Oh, God.
Just a Baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Really?
During those meetings, he brought the juvenile to hotels where he provided her with his semen, which was manually inserted into the juvenile for the purpose of conceiving a child.
Ridiculous.
At this stage of the investigation, authorities said it does not appear that Evans and the juvenile actually engaged in intercourse.
Well, I'm reading what this...
So Just a Baby is a place for gals who are looking for a baby daddy.
It's an app that connects people who want to have a child, allowing users to find and connect with potential sperm, egg donors, surrogates, and co-parents. It functions similarly to dating apps. It sounds like a... No, this is just a front for sex.
The problem is...
It's just a front.
I mean, I want you guys to imagine you've been accused of this, and you're explaining it to your wife. And you say... Yeah, honey, I got the sperm out and I put it in like a little, like a turkey baster, and then I put it in her that way. We didn't do it the old-fashioned way because that would have been wrong.
Is that what he's saying?
That's exactly what they're saying.
Well, no, did he use that as a defense? Like
his statement says that they went into a hotel room where he...
With an underage girl?
Yes. And he did his business into a turkey baster type apparatus, inserted it in her, and tried to load her up with a baby that way.
I'm sure that happened.
I mean, imagine what your wives would say, or what my wife would say if I tried to pass that off.
I'm sure that happened.
I'm sure.
It won't work. You have a vasectomy like me.
That's true.
But she don't know that.
Oh my gosh.
This app's going to disappear pretty quick.
I got a feeling. It's crazy that you can do this. Like, if she was 18, it'd be legal. Yeah. This feels like crime no matter what the circumstance. Just going to a hotel room and turkey baster in some gal? That's crazy. It should have to be done in a doctor's office. We can't do this. We got to have some kind of rules.
There's got to be some
guardrails.
Just a Baby. Oh man, that's the worst too. When you get
terrible name for an app.
When you get busted with an underage girl and you met her on a site called Just a Baby.
This is all above board. This is legitimate.
Nothing to see
here.
Oh God.
All I'm doing is meeting this underage girl and giving her a baby. That's all. What? You have a problem? Doing my service as a parole officer, as a park ranger.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter because we elected somebody to do that, right?
I vowed to promise to protect and impregnate.
A Romeo, Michigan, just outside Detroit. Romeo's where Kid Rock is from, if I'm not mistaken.
Romeo.
Massage parlor who has a sign at the door that says, "Warning, no sexual." Well, you'll never guess what happened. They were raided, and a prostitution ring was busted up at the Umi Spa on 32 Mile Road, where a massage therapist, I do leave her. I'm actually a massage therapist in town in the chiropractor's office. This makes me really sad. It kind of gives the rest of us a bad name. That's what masseuses always say about masseuses when
they get caught.
Yeah.
I mean, not like you have a bad name, but the expectation.
I mean, it kind of is, like, especially if you're in it. If you have to put up a like
warning, no
I've
sexual.
gone to get massages a couple times, and every time I've done it, there's not been a sign that said, "Warning, no sexual. Like, just because when you go to a certain kind of place, you assume that you can't just ask them to finish the job, if you know what I'm saying, because that'd be very inappropriate.
Well, I was in California.
This seems like a place
in the 90s. So,
if you have a laminated sign taped to your wall that says no sex, chances are good those are the places where sex happens.
Oh yeah,
no sex in the champagne room.
Yeah,
I've been told.
Yep, you got to turn on the black light, and then you'll see the price ranges.
Oh yeah. All right,
that's not all you're going to see.
No, it's not. All right, we got one segment left. What should we do with it? Probably the thing that we always do. We'll take a look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Weekend's here. I hope you're physically ready to attack what should be a fine weathered weekend. Got a lot of honeydews on the list. Get them all done and finish it up self-actualized. But if pain is in your way, not much can get done. And if pain's keeping you out of life, you need to get that fixed. It's 2026, and there is a fix out there. It's called Arasti. Arasti providers are all around San Antonio with one specific goal in mind. That's to get you out of pain. These are highly trained medical professionals that attained the Arasti certification well after they'd become medical professionals. I'm talking about chiropractors attaining the certification, general practitioners, physical therapists, and the like. They got the expert level treatment certification so that they can get you out of pain faster than you thought possible. Because I bet you've been going to a regular general practitioner. They've been prescribing some kind of pain pill and time. Just wait, and it might get better. Or maybe they found something that needs surgery and years and months of long-term physical rehab. Let me tell you, if you was dealing with a soft tissue injury, a sprain or a strain, or maybe it's plantar fasciitis or lower back tension, maybe it's those kind of tension headaches that hit you right in the middle of the neck, or a myriad of other issues that Arasti can fix fast. It's their hands-on approach that makes them different. You're going to walk in the door your very first visit and get a full evaluation. They're going to find out why you're hurting, and then they're going to fix that. It has nothing to do with pills. It has nothing to do with surgery. It's your body fixing yourself, and I'm living proof it works. So go to Arasti.com and look on that map and find one close. Call them right now at 1-800-404-6050 because you don't need a referral. You can see them today. Call Arasti. Let them take care of you. Let them get you back in the game, and when they do, come on by, and you can thank me later.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
That Panda, she was back last night in Chicago wearing a Jordan jersey and all and killed it. She killed it. That broken wrist, no problem. Because I saw they had, in the story I read, had the original accident where she falls off the unicorn and breaks her wrist.
She's riding a unicorn, huh?
The unicycle.
You got that too. I was thinking, what did he just say?
Oh my God.
I mean, her act has really changed.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
We are right in the thick of the NFL football season, and Underdog, the best place to get in on the action, baby. Playing on Underdog is so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, rushing yards, passing yards, receptions, whatever. You get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. And quite frankly, the Cowboys have been a cash cow. You go higher on Dak's numbers, you go higher on CD's numbers, and you have been getting paid. You go lower on their defensive numbers, you're getting paid as well. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ALAMO, ALAMO. You'll score $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226. 800-888-5226.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go! Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
There we go.
If you don't have a cowbell, just use your giant water mug.
Yeah.
Baby, take my hand. Don't. We'll be able to fly. Trust me, baby. La 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 la. All right. Rob had to
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Rob pulled a Vic. He's like,
See, it's not just me.
He said, right, like, I think he thought we were gonna come back on the air, and he was like, man, if I run out during this segment, just this is why. And then you played another commercial, and he was like, oh my God, I can't. I
knew it. It's all
all right. Before we get to the daily lines, and one more story. Do you like sharks?
Yeah, I mean, I catch them sometimes at the coast on the beach.
I hate sharks. I think sharks are the worst.
Really?
Yeah,
they're pretty aggressive. Their skin is really, really tough.
Yeah, I don't like sharks. Just because I don't like the idea of things that are just around for no other reason than to eat me.
Yeah, that's basically it. That's all they do is eat.
They are killing machines.
Swim, yeah.
Killing machines, I tell you. Well, apparently, the world's largest great white shark ever recorded has been pinged off the east coast of the U.S., and he is traveling. He's been traveling since January. His name's Contender.
Okay.
Which, first of all, this is why we get what we get. They catch this shark. They put a monitor on him.
Okay. Yeah, they tag it. Yeah.
And then they throw him back in the ocean.
Yep. See where he goes, what he does.
Yeah. This thing is estimated to be about 32 years old. He's 13 feet long and weighs 1,653 pounds.
13 feet, though?
Yeah.
That's still pretty big. Jaws was 25.
Jaws wasn't real.
I know, but still. It's a perspective.
Imagine you catch a 1,700-pound shark
on a rod and reel,
and instead of they've got it like pulled up on these straps.
But but if you were to catch one like that, forget it.
But I'm saying these people who caught him to tag him, they just let him go, knowing that this guy was all he's gonna do is go back on a warpath and try to kill things.
Yeah, and they want it to grow bigger.
Yeah.
Well, if there's one, there's probably more.
So basically what he does is when it's wintertime, he moves south. When it's summertime, he moves north. So he just goes back and forth from the Florida coastline
all the way
to
up
Canada.
And then all the way back down again.
And right now he's on his way down. He's around North Carolina right now is what they say.
1,000-pound shark.
No, a 1,650-pound shark. I hate sharks. I hate them. I don't know why. I mean, it's just crazy. The scientists caught this shark and didn't kill it is beyond me. Rob, you doing all right?
I'm better now.
Okay.
Thank you. Good. I got here late on this one.
That's all right.
What's wrong with not killing sharks?
No,
he hates sharks.
The world's largest recorded great white shark has been seen.
Did you see the video of this thing?
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Man. But are you not mad that they caught it and they just let him back go?
Well, I feel sorry for great whites now because the orcas are kicking their ass around the planet.
It's about damn time.
Well, I mean,
the orcas are our great defenders.
Well, are they? Because once they get rid of the sharks, we're next.
My wife showed me a sad video from France where like this SeaWorld type park just closed down
and just like left the
orcas in there. Dude, and now like these people,
really?
Yeah, people like break in and try to bring them food, and they just do tricks for people who are like, I mean, it's really sad.
Oh, come on!
I'll adopt one.
They left some dolphins in there, and the dolphins the pool is all mildewy and gross.
How does nobody notice that, or they do, and they're just like,
well, what do you do?
I think it's government run.
Well, what do you do?
They gotta release them.
Well, I mean, I'd give them to a different park, right?
Have to, right? The obvious answer is just release them, but I guess they can't
like
survive.
Free Willy.
Go,
Willie,
go!
I'd forgotten about Free Willy. That's back when we loved them.
Oh, yes.
They weren't killing sharks.
Save the whales. Because one day they'll help us kill the sharks.
Well, I'm telling you, they're going to take out the sharks, then we're next.
You think they'll turn on us?
Well,
I don't.
The sharks right now are the bad guy.
I know. I think the whales, they want a long-term peaceful relationship with humans. All right, let's do the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
All right, NBA action tonight, friends. The National Basketball Association and Rob, the Spurs.
Like this line.
Trying to get back after a rough one on Wednesday. They try and come back. The back-to-back Spurs -2.5.
Just win the game.
That's basically all they're asking. Just win the game.
And I think they can just win the game.
I think they do too. I like the Spurs tonight. The Brooklyn Nets are in Orlando. The Magic are 13.5-point favorites.
Banchero's out, looks like, with a groan. So be careful there.
That's a big number then with a key player out.
Mm-hmm.
Miami is at the Knicks. Knicks are -5.5, pushing towards 6.
I got 6.5.
Oh, boy. Okay. You got a bad number. I wouldn't bet on, or maybe you got a good number if you like Miami. Philly at Detroit. Low-key, really good game here. Detroit minus 5.5. I might take the dog, right?
You'd think.
These two teams pretty even. I guess I'd like to know Embiid's status.
Game time with a knee, Edgecombe game time with a back, Cunningham game time with a hip, and Duran game time with an ankle.
So basically every good player is questionable.
Yes.
Maybe a game that you want to not bet on. Sacramento's at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Timberwolves are 11.5-point favorites. The Hornets are in Milwaukee. Milwaukee minus 9.5. Blazers at the Rockets. Rockets minus 8 points. The Lakers on the road, 9.5-point favorites at the Pelicans. And the LA Clippers in Dallas. LA a 2.5-point favorite tonight. The NHL, Nashville and Pittsburgh in Sweden. That's at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
What?
Yeah, they're playing the international series. They're playing a game in Sweden. Pittsburgh minus 125. Then you get back into the evening slate. Carolina minus 265 hosting Vancouver. The St. Louis Blues minus 135 hosting Philly. And the Islanders, fresh off kicking Vegas' ass last night. Not really kicking their ass, but they beat them in overtime. Vegas lost 4 in a row now. No big deal. Not sad about it.
Really.
Utah minus 200 hosting those Islanders. In the National Football League, Miami and Washington. Miami a 2.5-point favorite this weekend. Over in Spain, then you get the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. I like Carolina plus 3.5.
I do too.
I just think Atlanta not taking a bye week after traveling overseas.
And they're
it's a bad
stupid.
call. And they're stupid, yeah. Give me a Minnesota Vikings minus 2.5 hosting the Chicago Bears. I think Rob is against me. Rob likes these Bears. I hate them. I don't think they're very good at all. But, you know, I've been wrong before, I suppose. But, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. Give me an under in the Bills-Bucks game. I talked about that. I think that's a grimy, ugly game. I kind of like Cleveland to keep it close with Baltimore. I think
one of my picks.
If
I
you're
like
getting
that
over
one
a
too.
touchdown, I think that's a good value. And I like Kansas City to just truck Denver. Kansas City's minus 3.5 at the Broncos. Some of the other key games, that Seattle and Rams game looks like Rams minus 3. That is a close game. That's going to be what a great game it is. And then Philly minus 2.5 hosting Detroit. Dallas currently sitting at minus 3.5 at the Raiders on Monday night. We'll talk about that game on Monday. We'll be back. We'll do it all over again. The Blitz comes up at 2. We will see you next week.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ